fun. And of course, the cameras are never working. Hello, everybody! Welcome back to another.
It astonishes me how consistent the cameras don't work on your
I
screens.
didn't want to put y'all on blast like this, but they're inconsistent because y'all are inconsistent in your showings ups every week.
Shed the liar!
Why don't you just make additional scenes?
Yeah,
I do, and
like
then
have
it don't
testing.
work.
Use OBS. What are you doing?
What are you using? What are you streaming in, Offie?
StreamYard organizes
Bad
us
streamer.
chronologically.
Offie, what program do you use to stream?
Streamlabs.
Probably? I don't know. I picked this up years ago.
What
What do you mean you
You
don't
don't even know your OBS?
What do you mean you're at soup?
I don't know. I'm at soup.
What store are you in?
I'm at the soup store!
What? Why are you buying clothes at the soup store?
Fuck you!
Fuck you.
Your fucking moral compass is a roulette wheel.
Where are you?
Hello, chatalicious. How you doing today, baby girls? Drop a sub if you want to pop a titty for God.
I hate
Freed.
Baby girls.
Pop a titty for Godfrey.
For Godfrey. Pop a titty for Godfrey. Pop a titty for Jesus.
Papa titty free for Godfrey.
Pop a testicle for Godfrey.
Pop a pig. Oh yeah, wait, maybe me and Pat just play. What if we all just played each other's characters?
No, don't do
What if we don't play each other's characters. We all play each other playing our own characters.
What's up, gamers? It's me,
I'm
Offbeat
down
Outlaw. Today, I'm gonna throw 3 chairs at my players.
I've already established personally that I cannot do an Australian accent. I can do a New Zealand one.
You have all established that you cannot do an Australian accent.
What are you
Thank you
talking
very
about?
That's why I haven't
What are you
said
talking
anything. I'm
about?
like,
I'm
I don't
Steve
know how to
Irwin.
commit to this bit.
What are you
I
talking
don't know
about?
how to.
Go throw a shrimp on the barbie.
I just
Jack
watched
me.
a lot of
Damn,
Taika Waititi and What We Do in the
Very bad,
Shadows.
He's not Australian. I wish he was. Don't get
I
me
literally
wrong.
was just talking
Yeah.
about
He's
New
a
Zealand.
Kiwi.
I know. That's why I'm so good at New Zealand accents, because I just listen to so many New Zealand actors talk so much. Like on a weekly basis, I'm consuming that content. You know?
This is fair.
Please
This is
do
very
an-
fair.
Please do a Kiwi accent then.
No,
Offbeat, why are there
it's
2
not
of
good.
you?
That's just how bad my
It's been
Australian
fixed.
one
You
is.
just said it so
Why is there
good.
one of
Okay. Oh, you okay?
Why
You,
is there
you want mine?
Amelia and me?
One flesh and one end.
Okay,
That's my
alright,
Kiwi
alright, I'm gonna
accent.
teach you. I'm gonna
What the
teach you
fuck
how to
did
do
you
a New
just
Zealand
say?
accent, and any Kiwis are gonna be so mad because they're gonna get this
It's
reference.
a reference to Gideon the Ninth because the writer's a Kiwi. And
I just want you to
Gideon
say,
the Ninth came up in conversation on my Discord server the other day because people were talking about lesbian dramas, and I'm just like, I've heard Gideon the Ninth is good.
Amelia, I want you to.
I'm in my
repeat after me.
Gideon era right now. Huh?
Yes.
What?
Fush and chops.
Fashion chops.
Fush and chops.
Fashion shops.
Fashion chops.
Fashion
Chuffed
shops.
to bits.
Yeah, and beach days brew.
Okay, but this is not how you
Listen,
talk,
I know this
though.
reference. I know that every Australian is going to get this reference, and I know that every Kiwi is going to get this reference. I know that no one else is going to get this reference, but just say, on beach days brew.
And bitch,
I know that
brew.
every Australian's gonna get this
Fuck you,
reference.
student. Stop talking.
I don't think they my Australian
I
accent's
can't
that
do a
bad.
good Australian, but I can do a semi-decent Brooklyn Tuesday. And that's all I need
It's
to
just-
do.
You
I
just
can't do a
think I
good
sound
Brooke.
British.
This is a D&D.
Why?
stream,
It's not
guys.
my fault you're British, Brooke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your problem.
Have you
Come
tried
on,
being
Brooke.
less
It's not my
British?
fault that you're the bastard child of Britain. My God.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my
One of the
ancestors
several.
were convicts. It's also not my fault.
Yeah, mine were
Oh my
convicts
God,
too,
go
but they were
eat some
religious
beans and
convicts.
mash.
They
Yeah,
were
beans
they were
and
religious
mash.
Sorry,
convicts.
you're
Go,
criminal.
go lose a fight to
Mine were
an
just
emu. Come
poor.
on.
Go. What up, gamers? My name is Offbeat Outlaw.
Sorry, your colonizers were poor. Get well soon.
My colonizers also were bad. Then they made me. And then I
Amelia, you win.
Par for the course.
Here's the crown, and we're good.
Welcome to Paperwork Pantheon. My name is Offbeat Outlaw. I use he, they pronouns. I'm the dungeon master sort of thing situation here. You might not be able to tell that from the party, but yep, I do run the show here.
Wow,
I
just
suppose
like Rihanna.
Yeah, Frank, I think I am the
thought it
the
was
least
Amelia's
important
show.
Spice Girl. That is how I imagine myself in this situation. or the manager of the Spice Girls. 'Cause,
Which
like,
Spice Girls are we, guys?
Well, right now I'm
Uh,
Scary Spice.
Okay,
If we're just going
Yeah,
on
right
what
now
we're
you're
looking like
Scary
right now.
Spice, but normally Danny is Scary Spice.
I'll tell
I
you.
think I'm Posh Spice.
I'm gonna say I'm Baby Spice.
What does that
There's-
leave me?
Pretty
Fucking
Baby
Sporty
Spice.
Spice? Is
There's
that what
Sporty
I am?
Spice. Who else are we missing? There's another one. Posh, Baby, Sporty, Scary.
Sleepy,
missing one.
grumpy, sneezing.
Dopey.
Long ago, the 4 spices lived together in harmony. What's the 5th Spice Girl?
Turmeric.
That's the one. That's the one.
It's Heidi Klum.
But
guys.
everything
Heidi-
changed when the 5th Spice Girl.
It's Heidi Klum. Heidi Klum is the 5th Spice
It's
Girl.
Salty Spice.
That's not right. I would have to Google it. Now I have to admit defeat.
All right. But that's me. Amelia, why don't you introduce yourself while admitting defeat?
Hi, my name is Amelia Som. I have pronouns. Wait, hold on. I can't just Google
Do
which spices. My pronouns are. Ah, fuck. I'm sorry. This seems way more. I'm sorry.
Oh
In my
my
mind, the hierarchy here. This is so much more important than my intro, and I'm so sorry.
Amelia's got
I'm gonna help you out
priorities,
here.
and they are in the
Help you out
correct
here.
order. I don't know
No,
why Offie
I'm
can't keep up.
I'm mad that I forgot about this because it's obvious. And
Ginger
Amelia,
Spice.
you are
Ginger Spice. Oh, I am
Yeah.
Ginger Spice.
Right.
You
My
are
pronouns
Ginger
right
Okay,
now
Danny's
is
scary
Ginger
then.
Spice. And yeah, you can find me in most places at Amelia Som or by going to links.ameliasom.com, but the website's down right now because of DNS servers.
Oh no, really?
I think it's down. It should be down. You could, I guess, you could probably find it by going to beacons.ai/Amelia Som. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a web developer, but I'm also lazy, so things happen slowly.
Yeah, they're just a little bit of a web developer.
That's great news. Brooke, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Brooklyn Tuesday, and I am playing Viari, the god of chances first and last, and canceling possibilities. And oh, I forgot to tell you about Eleanor. My pronouns are she, they. Viari sign there's a way, and that is me.
Oh, I'm playing A's the God of Time. I have a character on this show.
Yeah. Don't worry, we
Do
didn't
you?
just get Ginger Spice for this. They actually they actually play a character too.
Yeah.
I know that was. a
I'm
big
just here for
concern.
color commentary while other people are playing.
I want to do that. Just like while other people play D&D, like watch their stream on my stream, and just, like, I wouldn't have done that. That's a bad move. You should always do mirror image there.
Gogglebox
You are
/ the
toxic
people's
enough
couch,
as
but
it is
D&D.
when it comes to D&D and power building. We do not need you doing that to other people on stream.
Once
Just critiquing people, just like that. That is not the optimal play there. Obviously you start with a Spirit Shroud. Build is unoptimized. Speedrun is inefficient. Don't even continue, bro.
I would have rolled there. I would have rolled into that one.
I hate the
Skill issue,
idea of
skill issue.
sports commentating
Just
D&D.
roll
That is my
into
least
it.
favorite thing you've ever
What if I
come
did it
up
to
with.
Critical Role though?
I was
Wouldn't
gonna
that be
get my
good?
players to do it for Sidetrack.
No.
I was gonna get them to watch clips of themselves and then commentate.
That's because you're
over
evil.
it.
Unoptimal,
Yeah.
unoptimal RP moment.
Sorry, fine.
Obviously,
Offbeat,
you just
you
roll
wouldn't
the
be
comment
any-
right there.
Yeah.
I'd be like, damn, you should have taken back there. Yes, anded that one a little bit better. Could have been done.
Albeit, if you did that to Critical Role, you wouldn't be anything special. You would just be the majority of their chat.
Well, yeah, but then the chat would get
No,
mad
you're
at me
just
because they don't
doing
want
it
to be
late.
that.
You would do it. You're doing it wrong.
Damn, you're right.
Much
Narrate?
like every female character or every female player on Critical Role making any decision ever.
For real, for
Oh,
real.
I know. One more person comes at me about Marisha Ray.
Marisha
I will
Ray
murder them on the
is
spot.
fine.
She's
Marisha
doing
Ray.
the
I
she's
love
doing
Eva.
the influencer creator clash boxing event.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she is.
Mhm.
She also currently has
Bro.
the single best character in season 3. Lord
Bro,
Mart
I
is
want
the
to do
best
Creator
one.
Clash so bad.
Dude, me too,
Hmm.
man.
Do
I would do
it.
I would do Creator Clash
Fight each
100%
other.
if it was MMA. I don't like boxing. Boxing's stupid, but I would do
Boxing
MMA.
is stupid. I
Boxing's
would do
fun,
MMA,
though.
but only if I get to fight Danny.
That'd be funny.
That'd be funny.
Danny,
Danny, I
what-
think you would lose.
Amelia, pull up.
Dan, what if we scrap in the creator clash?
Oh my god. What if we scrapped in the creator class?
What
and
if
we were both boys?
What if we threw just so we could make a lot of money and we just
We
bet
scrapped
on
the
it?
creator clash. We actually exist.
Are you suggesting we instigate mass fraud?
Yes.
Yeah. Crimes.
Did I
crimes,
not
crimes,
specify that
crimes,
hard
and
enough?
stuff.
Let me say it again.
Let those
Insider
felonies
trading
rock.
is cool.
Pat, introduce
What if-
yourself.
I would do it as
Hi.
long as I could fight Patrick.
Why do you want to fight Patrick?
Patrick
what's
is
Patrick ever done to you,
6'3" or something.
Yeah, I
Brooklyn,
know.
I would-
I'm an asshole.
Pummel you into the ground.
You would lose.
Pat's
so
gonna
hard.
Hi, I'm
beat the
Patrick
shit out of
Tuesday.
you.
I'm gonna pummel
No,
Tuesday
because
into
Pat
the
respects
ground.
women enough to beat the shit out of you, senseless Brooke.
Christ.
Equal opportunity.
Patrick, you're made of marshmallows and I am a terrible person.
that's a
No,
bad
Pat,
look.
double down.
No.
Double down.
No,
It's
no,
not a bad
Fine,
look.
tag
You're an
me
equal
in.
opportunity.
I'll be a misogynist. Every strike is
I'll
channeled
tag
with hate.
Lexi in.
Hi everybody, I'm Patrick Keefe. and that's
I
what's
respect
going on
Lexi
here,
enough
and I'm
to
playing
also do
Feta.
that.
You gotta stop.
And she would win.
Demarius.
I
What
would
is
only win
Lexi
because I'm gonna
do?
hide
I
a
just
knife.
hold out my hand. She's like 5'8" or something.
Actually, not a knife. That's
Hide a
mean. I would
knife.
just bring a taser and it would be funny.
5'6".
Amelia in the middle of an MMA ring just pulled out a fucking taser gun.
Danny, I feel like you should do a D&D creator clash next year
How
at
about
Gen
work?
Con.
Roll initiative and just throw boxing gloves at everyone at the table. I'm just like,
No, I mean like we'd actually get in the fucking ring and beat the crap out of each other.
that'd be funny. That would be fun.
We
I'd
could
do
organize
that.
it. We could.
Why
Damn,
why
more
do we
projects.
do this?
Anyway, Pat, finish introducing yourself. I
already did, dude.
I know, but I cut you off with a silly joke and a goof and a gaff. Do it again.
Hi everybody, I'm Patrick Keefe. I'm that great gentleman everywhere on the internet. I am currently portraying Feta Locke, who is the god of last chances. My pronouns and his pronouns are he, they. Yeah.
Excellent.
that's
And
Yes.
Danny, introduce yourself.
It's a me, Mario. I'm playing Godfrey. Godfrey's cool. We both use he pronouns.
Excellent. What a time. It has been a while. When we last left off, the party had been had that dog in them. They were doing some fun stuff.
What if I told you Godfrey had that
Had
dog,
in him? They were having a grand old time. They just sent Jeremiah taglined the Mage of Blood to cause a massive distraction in the government spaces to help get out their little spies, as the spy network was quickly being discovered as they've pulled the mask on who the gods in fact were who are working with the government. The god of ignition and the god of catalysts. Two gods, one body. And as the tidal waves of blood, why is my YouTube not working? Please play my music, thank you. As the tidal waves of blood begin
Did
crashing,
anyone else just lose Offbeat's audio?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
just for a second, but it came
Yeah, you
back.
sound really watery and stuff. Like you.
Warble.
am I okay
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's weird. My internet's been acting really fucky today, which is a little weird. Chat, how are we doing? How do I sound to you, chat? Do I sound normal? My standard self? I'm gonna assume I do. Anyway. Tidal waves of blood crashing, destroying the government buildings as you watch over it. Only thing you can really do is wait and hope that it goes well. The battle continues through the night. Viari, you do not hear anything back from your little scrappy spies. Jeremiah is still going strong. More flames, explosions. And after about 6 hours of time, you see a massive explosion. And then all of a sudden the blood goes dry. Hardened, calcified. And then it seeps into the ground and turns into dust.
Is that what you want to happen, or
That means Jeremiah's dead. Oh, I mean,
okay?
You still hear nothing for a moment. Viari? It's me, it's Scrap.
Oh, Scrap.
So,
Amazing.
okay. So
What
I've got
happened?
really good news, and I've got also, like, I don't know how to... okay, we got news, okay? Yeah, we're just gonna assume that it's
Okay.
news, okay?
Mhm.
Thing number one, we are no longer in the government base.
Good. Where
Okay,
are you?
but this is, okay, this might be the bad part. We did get captured, but there's this really nice guy in here, and he's feeding us food. It said his name is like Zees or something. Said he wants to, like, he doesn't really know what to do with us. He doesn't really know who we are, so he's just wants to know where to send us.
Okay. Scrap, you've done so well. He probably won't hurt you. Don't give him our location, but I'm going to talk to someone and we're going to get you out of there. But I think you'll be all right.
Can I have the
Him.
food? I am really hungry, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good because I already ate like 5 plates. Okay.
Okay. I don't think it'll poison you or anything. Oh, God. Okay. Well, yeah, just eat it. I don't think it's going to kill you at least.
Okay.
All right. Cool. All right. I'm just going to talk to someone and then we're going to come find you and get you out of there. Thanks, Scrap.
All right.
A's?
Am I near you? I thought I was going out to fight.
Currently, A's, you are going out to fight on the front line. You were going out to fight on the
Yeah.
front lines. At this
Unless, are you doing that telepathically, or
I'll send
'cause I-
Viari to do it.
I got a big sword?
Wait, did y'all go to war without me?
No, you're like
You
the war's
weren't
coming
here!
to- You're fortifying the camp, and I'm going outside of the camp to meet
Mm.
the enemy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and Viari and A's are fighting.
Theta and A's already had their fight.
Yeah.
Once again, the skeleton in the closet has to take care of the problems.
Someone said I'm muted.
No.
No, I can hear you
Oh,
fine.
oh, that was the time when I was just mouthing stuff. I was trying not to interrupt the scene, so sorry.
Okay.
Amelia's just goofing, guys.
A's?
A goofing gap.
Just zooming in on A's and Theta, you guys have seen no action this whole time. You've just been watching as this thing happened. They have had to retreat all of their troops. You've watched troops retreat to the base, but none of them have ever come into your direction to assault on the kid camp. Just letting you guys know the state of where you guys are at mentally and what's been happening.
Yeah.
Nothing has come your way.
It's been 6 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, Theta's cockpit is open, and Theta's just kind of sitting in the Gundam, like, what is happening right now?
You get a long rest if you want, if you've just been more. or
I'll
less
take a
stressed.
long rest.
Yeah. So did you
Absolutely.
guys. And Viari. Actually, Viari, you get a short rest. You've been stressed. Okay. Viari has been stressing all night.
I've just been walking around with my giant ass flaming sword.
Could I have taken a 10-minute break in the necklace to get a long rest?
Sure.
Hayes,
Oh, wait, no, that's
what
a
do your
short
Fey
rest.
eyes see?
Nothing.
Great, me too.
What do your mech
Fey eyes
see?
see?
No, you're on a mech. I assume it has like.
No, the scanners, yeah.
hmm
Nothing on the radar. Nothing on anything, honestly.
You see, like, there's some creatures and critters that are moseying around.
I got a womp rat at 60 paces that I could probably snipe out of the sky, but you know.
I mean,
Why it's in the
shit, might as
sky, I
well
have
go
no
for
idea.
it.
Yeah.
Roll the hit. Roll the hit.
That's a natural one.
You miss. It goes so wide. It goes so abysmally wide. It is a marvel that you've ever hit anything before in combat. It is embarrassing.
What was that?
No, what was that?
I don't know. Shit, misfired or something.
The sights are off. Biara, you can now send your message.
A's?
Yeah, have you heard anything from the bandit camps? We've got shit out here.
The kids are out. Apparently they are currently with someone named Zees. Can you go pick him up, please?
Yeah, did you want to talk beforehand? We haven't really spoken since.
It's nothing to talk about. I'm not gonna do it. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
What's the word?
You're not gonna like it.
Zees is here, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Certainly
Listen.
complicates things.
Look, Ace, I told you. I'm good. I'm not the one that you need to worry about anymore.
I know, but the one I need to worry about doesn't want to talk to me, so
Well, I
Just
think
gonna-
that means you got to take the initiative.
one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go pick him up.
Pick up Zees?
Yeah. And the kids are with Zees.
That's the context that I needed. Thank you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
How are you going to contact Zees?
I don't have like a sending stone that goes to him, do I?
No. In fact, this is.
Do you have any
something that I feel
VRs with
you've
you?
Expressly specified. I'll say a VR could
Oh,
be
yeah.
an earshot.
They can message.
Grab a VRE.
I in fact have the active feat, so I can even sound like you.
You don't need to do that. Can you send a message to Zees for me?
Yeah. What do you want?
Just, hey, heard you were in town. Think you have some wayward youths I'd like to take off your hands? Where can I meet you?
Okay.
Ace.
Hey Zees. Heard you were in town. Heard you had some wayward youths. I could take off your hands. Where can I meet you? Ace.
Zees goes, damn, had kids without me? So many? Don't think these are yours. Haha. Come anyways. And then he gives you some arcane coordinates for a plane shift.
You want to ride?
Yes, please.
I guess the simulacrum will take it.
Yes. And you teleport to Zeez's domain. He's standing outside and goes, so, not gonna lie, this isn't my mission. I kinda
What?
just-
You're cutting out. You're
Oh,
cutting
fuck. Hello? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2,
Out.
3.
Good. Yeah, you're good.
Hey, Ace. Not gonna lie, this isn't really my mission. I was just given these by 2 other gods. Never seen them before, and
They just gave them to you?
they said that they were prisoners of war, and I'm like, these are kids. Seem kind of young for war.
That's what I said, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
So it's really a discussion.
So,
What are there other people they've sent your way, or just these kids?
just these kids? They all got warlock pacts or something. I offered them to join me, but they said that they spat on my shoe, and then said that we are allied with Viari, the god of lies. So kind of figured that they were yours. So.
Yeah. Cool. So, can I just take them off your hands, or?
I, truthfully, would love to give them to you, but
Right.
they're going to need answers for why I lost 5 kids. I need something in return. I can't just lose them. I can maybe fudge that kids. I didn't get 5 kids. I got 5 of these things.
What sort of thing are you looking for?
I don't really know what I'm looking for. I don't need them. I just need something to answer to Beatrice with.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I'm fresh out of I don't know, whatever the fuck it is Beatrice likes.
Maybe. What if wait. If we can make copies of the kids.
Make simulacrums of the kids?
If we do that, I can give them the simulacrums, make them obey me. No information needs to get out.
I'm fine with that. I
Alright, I need someone else who can cast simulacrum.
I-
Or can
Oh,
cast wish.
I can cast simulacrum. I can't cast wish.
I need one more person. I need the wish.
Viari? Look at the simulacrum. Can you cast wish?
I'm not the last one in the chain.
Can you swap yourself out for the last one in the chain?
I guess. Gary's gonna be so mad.
Yeah, well, Viari's gonna have their kids back.
Yeah. All right, I'll go get the last one.
Warps out. Yari's using kids now as their spies.
It's a long story. I think it has some.
She always had those little rugrats running around that were selling newspapers, and then they'd be like, "But a secret costs you 20 or something." But full on espionage work. Congrats.
Yeah. Right. So, Viari.
Is a person, yeah.
Is a person who was raised by Alistair. Any ideas what that's like?
Are you trying to imply something, Ace?
I am trying to imply something, Zees.
That's very funny. Are you really the one to imply things? I always thought you were more of the just like, come on, say it type.
Okay, well then why didn't you ever tell me that you were being raised by the, king of gods, basically, or the CEO, at the very least?
Well, I wasn't really being raised.
Yeah, well, clearly.
I was being more or less protected. Which is a little different, in my opinion. And frankly, he didn't really have much of an influence on my life. So, kind of just left me to my own thing, or at least he tried to initially. Try to be good, but, I mean, how good can you be when you're dealing with me, frankly? I don't blame him. So, but he was decent enough. I just figured that, honestly, if I told you, what really does that change? Just another interesting fact in the life that we led. We destroyed kingdoms together, after all. Like, well, at least I destroyed them, you cleaned them up. But is that really a more interesting fact than any of those other things we did?
I feel like all the other things kind of blur together.
That's true.
You would do anything for me, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be now. Doesn't need to be in the immediate future. And I don't know how exactly you can accomplish it, and that's on you to figure it out.
Sounds like a difficult task. What do you want me to do?
At some point, I need you to apologize to Viari. And I need you to mean it.
Oh, that's the tricky part, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming Viari also needs to accept it.
That I can't control.
Oh, I get him letting me off easy.
Well,
Truth be told, I'm assuming this is for... I've done many things. I just need a specific answer as to what exactly I'm apologizing for. So I can have an idea of what soul searching I need to do, contemplating.
I think you have to figure that out for yourself.
Fair enough. Well, at the very least, I'm sure she'll be happy to at least see her kids back.
I think so. Happy to see you.
Happy to see you. Sorry this was on such interesting notice.
No, it is what it is. Been up to anything interesting? Aside from babysitting?
Well, so far, I think Beatrice is mad at me right now. I haven't made much progress on her big grand plan that she wants. Not really the whole, planning for a goal type. I plan to do things, and then sometimes things happen along the way. So, I think my results are disappointing her quite immensely.
Do you think that's going to have consequences? Is there anything I can do?
Come up with a better plan. I don't really think that is within your best interest, though. Frankly, I'm just trying to see what... I'm starting to get the feeling that Beatrice's goals aren't exactly better than Alistair's goals, They're both very dogmatic. They're both very, very stuck in what they want. Not leaving much room in between for the finer details.
Yeah, what do you want out of this? Me notwithstanding. If you were Beatrice and you got to make things happen, what would you do?
If I got to make things happen... Well, I think the best part about things is what happens in between when it's all organized and when it's all been done, It's like a big tower. Best part of, setting up a bunch of dominoes is that you get to knock them down and watch them go down. Beatrice just wants the end part with no middle. And, frankly, Alistair's only interested in setting them up.
Yeah, well.
But keeping them in that perpetual middle state might be more fun. That's what I would do. But then again, I'm not Beatrice.
Yeah, thank God for that.
I know, might actually... Can I tell you a little secret? Just between you and me. Promise not to tell Alistair, if you can. I don't know.
I make a pinky swear.
When he looks at you with are you sure? This means that it's sealed. The deal has been sealed. You can't take it back.
I pinky swear.
All right. Peach just really doesn't want to use agreement's power for some reason. She's abstaining. Says that using it is against some rules?
I guess Alistair wouldn't know that if I can't tell him.
Alistair might be able to tell you what exactly the rules of his powers are, but... I don't know. As far as I can tell, I've talked to Agreement a few times. He's not really the chatty type, at least to me. I'm very chatty.
What's he like?
Very nice. Very sweet. Very reserved.
And so is he just like sitting there? What's his whole deal? Is he
We've
like?
shackled him up, tied him upside down, and he's chained and unable to use any of his abilities.
Why do you have to put him upside down?
Fun.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it's kind of just like a demoralization thing. It's not really working. It's just, at this point, it's just kind of like he's just there, sitting around. He's fine. Part of some big plan Beatrice has. And I'm supposed to figure out how to incorporate him without knowing what he does, or how it works, or when the time is right. Beatrice just says it'll be right. So.
Yeah, well, I wish I knew. Honestly, I feel like I've kind of been doing a shit job with my domain. It's like, not enough to just track time. I'm trying to predict time, and I haven't predicted shit.
Well, you got a lot of it to go through, so.
Yeah.
At some point, something's gonna be right.
Yeah, well. Unpredictability was always your strong suit, not mine.
That's fair. But they gave me a domain that is surprisingly less useful than what I thought it was gonna be, so.
What were you hoping for?
Oh, I was hoping I'd be able to do a lot more fun shit. Turns out it's just a matter of... It seems like a lot of these domains work exactly backwards to the way that their name implies. If you're the god of complications, you're not actually the one living the complicated life. You're the one who's creating it, meaning you've got to set up a bunch of structure. It's really stupid. It takes a lot of effort.
That's interesting, though. I wonder if there's something in the divine contract about that.
Probably. And I mean, listen to what you're saying. You're saying that your domain's incredibly unpredictable. Meanwhile, you're the one being the god of goddamn time.
Yeah, and we're on the side of order, and everywhere we go, we seem to make things a lot worse before they're better, and even when they're better, they're still not good.
At this point in time, Viari, your simulacrum comes back and goes, I'm looking for the last simulacrum in the chain for a wish.
Why?
Zees is willing to give you back all of your children, but before he does that, he needs to make clones of them so that the Order Pantheon, or the Chaos Pantheon, doesn't get suspicious that he's just giving away hostages. But he's willing to sign a deal with all of them that they don't give away any secrets, because he frankly isn't involved in this mission.
Alistair, does that sound good to you?
Well, if they're not willing to give away any secrets, I don't see why we shouldn't agree to it. We get the kids
Can you
back.
write up the contract?
Of course.
Thank you. Alright,
we-
yeah, they can have the last one in the chain.
Your last simulacrum appears, who is you told me is usually the one that's with you, is like as like your
Yeah.
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 Your last simulacrum appears and is bamfed up to A's and Z's. All right. What we're gonna do is first we're going to duplicate me. I should probably safer if we duplicate you, and then you go on and duplicate the kids. And cast Wish Simulacrum on the simulacrum of yourself. And the simulacrum of the self, simulacrum to self.
Before we do that,
Mhm.
you have to agree not to steal any of simulacrums of me.
I don't think they're making simulacrum.
Yeah, we have to make them of the self.
Didn't he
We
say-
have to make them of Viari first, and then do it on the kids.
Oh, yeah.
That works with me. Dispel them afterwards. You can watch it. Feel like an execution.
Okay.
Could also trade. Get some sims of me.
No.
Okay. He gets out of
Shouldn't you have more information on Alistair as well?
That's the thing. They don't know that. They didn't ask.
He's holding up his pinky. How
Come on.
did you know about that?
Come on, you're telling me you didn't do this too?
Oh, fuck off. Anyway, I'm going to summon the contract from Alistair. These are the terms.
Oof, official. Got the old man's handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Death clause if I do not abide. Scary business.
Oh, please, like you can die anyway.
I mean, he... be surprised at how potent his contracts are. He signs it. Alright. He simulacrums you. Alright, we have 1, 2. Alright. Okay. Now, you three, simulacrum A's. They simulacrum A's. And now we're all gonna cast simulacrum properly for 12 hours on the kids.
Okay.
Otherwise, we need 5 wishes, which we don't have.
Yeah.
So that begins.
Ace is just in between, and the same hackers are just in between the VR Sims and Zees, just like great.
Very quiet.
The simulacrums are just ignoring Z's. Just quiet.
So yeah, we can just work in silence. Anyone wanna? I'm gonna play some music actually, so it's not so. Yeah,
that's-
just-
the ambient spooky tunes is very aggressive. You got anything in mind?
Yeah, just something I don't know, more lighthearted, kind of loud to fill out the white noise.
Yeah. 1 sec. We got.
It's also not necessarily the music I expected for Zeez's domain. That's the music I expected for Zeez.
Yeah.
This music will now play on repeat in Zeus domain while you guys finish up your simulacrums.
Yeah, I guess we're also can talk to the kids, and I'm just like, so you, what are your names? You're Scrap. Yeah, we've met. I remember that one. Do you? None of you are in school. I don't know how to talk to children. Do you want to learn how to make bombs?
Wait, is Frankie there? Where's Frankie? Is he
Frankie's
with me?
safe. I checked on Frankie before I left. Frankie's
Okay,
safe.
Where's Frankie? Is he in the mines?
No, he's working in the shop.
All right, good for him.
Yeah.
My baby boy.
As you guys do that, though, we're gonna pan the camera back to Godfrey. Godfrey, you have been studiously working on your plan, your underground mine plan to fortify the kid camp.
Dude, it's awesome.
And as it finally finishes, Chewy on your leg the whole time, you finally finish it. You emerge from the mines. What do you do?
So obviously, Godfrey has had an outfit change. He looks like all the pictures that you would find of John Henry. He's got the coveralls, the pickaxe, and everything, and he comes crawling out.
Get sad.
Covered in coal, dust, and sand. There's glass inside of his skeleton because he's been bombing sand bits and it's been turning into glass. So he's just like, all right, how many VRE simulacrums survive the blast zones underneath the ground? And how far do the mines go now?
You said that they were just underneath, like a little bit. I'm going to say that they went underneath about 2 floors.
Okay, how far do they go out?
You said that they were going to expand about 100 meters underground.
Perfect. Cool. I like this. I like that things are working. So Godfrey emerges with the rest of the VRs beyond. They're all covered in soot and dirt. We've been down there for days now. No food, no water, because none of us need it because we ain't no bitches. Godfrey comes out and is like, all right, the tunnels are done. I can breathe again.
Chewy comes up with a big bottle of water and just throws it at your face.
Thank you.
Chewy, he
Where's
prefers
everyone?
milk.
Where's everyone?
Chewy
Where's
just-
original Viari? Where's How would they get milk in this world, Brooke? Where do they get it from?
From the
They
giant
only have-
sandworms, Danny. You
squirrels.
Yeah,
don't
you-
want to know.
You can get blue milk from the sandworms.
Damn it! It's like, where's original Viari and A's? Is there a
Am
war?
I
Did
out
you
there?
go to war without me?
You are out there, VR. You're still in camp.
Did you all go to war without me? Was I the only one not alerted to this?
No. We didn't end up going to war. There was a battle, but we had to manage it with using just our like real world warlocks and stuff like that.
All right, that's fine. All right. Where are the kids? Where'd they go?
Zees has them.
I'm sorry, what?
I know. A's is getting them back.
Oh, so you sent the lover of our children's kidnappers to go get them back.
I think A's will get them back safely.
I trust that A's will do their job. I don't trust Z's.
I know.
That man is
Godfrey.
just floundering his dick about right in A's face. Just like, ooh.
I know.
Just
I'm with
imagining
you.
Godfrey going on like a 5-minute thing talking about Zeez's dick.
It's just so weird. I don't know how he's related to me.
100% what's
It's like, what happened in the gene
Speaking of
pool?
which, Godfrey,
What?
you know how I'm like raised by Alistair, but he's not like biologically my dad, but he's my dad?
Yeah, I get it.
There have only ever been 3 of us in the past. I've told you this part before, just reminding you. There've only ever been 3 of us in the past. And Zees was the last one.
No shit.
Which I think makes Alistair your son. If Zees is your grandson, then I think that makes you Alistair's dad.
That's funny.
Are you suggesting that Godfrey is my stepdad? My
Listen,
father-in-law?
son. Listen. I know I'm not your quote-unquote
Alistair.
real dad, but I want to try to be. All right.
I don't
I-
have a dad in
I-
my
Yeah,
capacity.
Godfrey's not
you
the
don't need to-
stepdad.
you
He's
don't
the
need to
dad
call
that
me-
stepped up.
You don't need to call me dad yet, but just know I am here for you. Now
Godfrey, one of
listen.
that family.
Godfrey,
There's
I
this
don't.
Alistair,
crazy
when I
thing
tell
about how
you-
babies are made.
I am a personification of a concept. I do not have a father.
And I'm a skeleton, but here we are.
That is not the rebuttal you want it to be.
Says the liar.
Al, when I tell you that this is my favorite thing that I have ever done to you,
Listen,
is
son.
purely for
Listen,
my
when I get
enjoyment,
back, come
and
by
you
my
deserve
domain.
it.
We'll play catch, all right? I'll get the old glove and pink skin out.
You know what? Sure, we'll play some catch.
Wait,
Glove and pin- Wait, are you
Those are
suggesting we're gonna throw out a football with a baseball glove?
Yes. I don't
Yeah.
know what sports. I only watch hockey and Quidditch.
Quidditch is outlawed.
No!
It's illegal to play that sport
Why?
because it's incredibly unsafe, and they decided children should play it. It's ridiculous. People fly around on
and also it
broomsticks.
was invented by a turf.
And this
Trans-
rules, and you hear
it's
just from the ether,
transphobic.
and the way they assign points is so dumb.
Yeah, there's no reason to do anything
Arbitrary.
except chase the goddamn spinny little ball thing. Why you got the bloggers
Counter-
and the quadgers and the
counterpoint.
modgers?
Counterpoint, I get to ride a broom and hit children.
We already have that sport. It's called murder ball.
I heard this. I heard
I
this
mean-
pretty good people like that. I heard that.
Maybe you don't.
This just for context. I made a game called Murder Ball with Offbeat,
Well, I
and
don't
I
play
made a
Murder
whole
Ball.
rule set for it. Yes,
And they play it in my game that I run for them.
I am
It's excellent.
awesome.
I don't
made
play
the
it.
rules and the scoring point, and the scoring actually makes sense. Thank you very much.
But yes, we have murder
And
ball
by
already. It's
you
well
guys have
designed.
played it in.
Yeah, I was like, actually, at no point in Brooke's game have I ever seen anyone play
Well,
Murder Ball.
we did
There
one
was
You
that
weren't
one
there.
time. No, there was this one time
You
where
weren't
it was
there.
just these two for a game, and we did it as a warm-up game. We did an entire murder ball thing, but I kind of let them have full creative control rather than making them play with the rules, and they just got to beat the shit out of their opponents.
It was
Obviously,
awesome.
because we're them, bro. We're
We
them.
are them. We'll play.
Jesus.
We'll throw a ball. We'll play catch if that is what will satisfy you, Godfrey.
Awesome. It's good to talk to you, son. You should call more often. All right. I love you.
Viari,
You don't have to say it back.
Why is he like this?
I don't know.
It's
but
all about
so
the bit,
funny to
son.
me.
It's all about the bit.
Okay.
And given the fact that I have just been yelled at by half of my friends, I'm really.
Oh, God,
just
what
gonna
did you
say
do?
something. No, I'm talking this to Alistair.
I can
Please,
hear him on the
Alistair.
Connect phone call.
You're not on this
It's a
connection.
landline!
Not. I have a private call. I have like a private line to Alistair at all times. Considering that I was just yelled at by half of my friends, I think I deserve to have some fun too.
Wow,
So
I can't wait to talk to
I'm
all
going
my
with
friends and
this
have a
one.
great time with them. I can't wait that we have no problems, and I'm so excited that nothing happened while I was down in the mines.
So.
All right, Dad. Have a good day.
I'll
Love
see you later. I love you too. He said he loves me. We're growing.
Wait, he said he loved you?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he meant it, but it's a step.
He's never told me he loves me.
Skill issue.
Viari, I said it to him in jest.
Yeah,
Please
I
don't
know,
take
whatever.
this seriously.
I'm not. Just wanted to
They
see
said
what Godfrey
seriously.
said.
Take it seriously.
Viari, I don't really have the
Hey,
capacity-
Alistair, what if you told me you loved me? Just as a joke, as a gaff.
Viari, I don't really have the capacity, but if you'd like me to tell it to you occasionally, if it
No.
would make you feel okay.
I don't. You're fine. I
Okay.
didn't mean it.
Trying so hard.
In that case,
Veda!
Oh
have a good
God,
day.
that is somehow worse that he's just said I don't have the capacity for love. That is worse.
Yeah.
That is so much worse.
Mhm.
Somewhere.
It's
It's
Veda.
not that I
Sorry?
don't.
Having
It's not
such
that
a
I
great
don't
day.
love
And
you.
like,
I
oh,
can't
God,
love you.
Man, just
Wow,
stop
this-
talking.
Reminds me of one of my favorite songs from Gallivant, which is "I love you as much as someone like me could love anyone." It is so hyper applicable here.
It is very applicable here.
Veda, you
Yes.
standing more or less watch on the border. Begin to
Yeah,
watch
like
as the
I found a donut somewhere. I'm just munching on a donut.
There's an
Just
emergency
lounging
donut in your
my,
mouth.
in my giant robot.
Please make perception check, please.
Oh boy.
Can Godfrey walk
Okay.
over to a Feta, like on the
Veda
outskirts
is
of the
a
walls?
couple kilometers out, but
Oh,
you
he's
can,
out. Okay, cool.
yeah, you
Yeah,
can take
yeah,
your car
yeah,
though and
yeah.
be there in like a couple minutes though.
Not yet. You do Feta. You do like pass thing first.
Okay.
Why are all of my characters bad at perception? 12.
You
Still
really
issue.
try to see well, but there's so much. It's hard to put together. Huh?
Can I roll at advantage because I have the scanners?
Sure.
Much better. 17.
You look out over the sands and the dunes, and over at the as daylight starts peeking over the horizon, you start noticing that the government buildings are in shambles. Dust, smoke, hardened blood congealed on the surfaces.
Well
But you begin to
deserved.
notice that the blood starts to crack off, pool into liquid once more. It begins running out of the camp. A lot of it was spilled that night. A lot of it was Jeremiah's.
Oh.
The blood begins
Neat.
moving and leaving. At this point, a veritable river has formed, heading near your direction. It
Oh, fuck.
cuts a path. Before you can even react, it is running right past you, carving from the government camp a direct line to the bandit camp.
Do I get the feeling that I should stop this from happening, or do I get the feeling that this is Jeremiah's blood and they're
Arcana check.
it's
Arcana
continuing the process? Okay. Arcana 13 on the die, dirty 20.
You get the inclination that this is not just Jeremiah's blood, but it is part of their process.
Okay.
On this river.
So we're like,
this
damn, oh shit.
This river forms and begins running through the Badlands, carving out a new geological landmark, the River of Blood, that leads from the government camp of space to the bandit camp of blood.
What a sentence.
Okay, so new blood god just born. New god of the blood bandits just born. Definitely was Jeremiah. Holy shit.
Here in the
Right.
distance, cheering from the blood bandits. Seems as though they
That
got something
tracks.
that they really wanted.
That might be useful later.
You notice in the just newly formed river, little snipping creatures begin to pop out. Little with serrated teeth, long rubbery bodies, leeches. As
Oh,
begin to
hate that.
emerge.
Ooh. Jerry, I don't know if you can hear me from the beyond. That is both badass and gross as hell.
You watch as creatures, naturally confused
Yeah.
by this new landmark, a little rodent-like creature pops its head out, looking around. It moves toward it, and as it sniffs, gets close to the edge of the river, a leech
that's not
reaches
gonna
out,
be
grabs its face, rings it in, and it pops in a smoke and flame.
Attention, all forces. We don't really have a name for you guys yet, but whatever you do, try and keep a decent distance from the River of Blood. It does appear to be a manifestation of one of our allies' forces, particularly Jeremiah, the... wait, I have it written down. Still on the radio, by the way. Yup. Never mind, I didn't have it written down. The Blood Phoenix, I believe, was one of the things that they called him. Yeah, it's the doing of the Blood Phoenix. There are lots of leeches. Please just at least keep a good 3 yards distance. That's probably... Commander Feda, over and out.
Feda. The voice in the river speaks to you.
Jeremiah, sir?
Not Jeremiah. I am
Okay.
the Blood Phoenix.
Ah, yes. Damn, that's cool. Holy crap, that's metal as hell. What can I do for you, Mr. Blood Phoenix?
I want you to partake in a gift.
Okay. I would be honored, I think.
You notice
Just
how
gonna
the Blood
hop down.
Bandits, they have a cycle of rebirth.
Yeah.
It is not the power of blood.
Oh.
Blood connects. Blood brings things together. Blood is life. But new life, cycles, that is me. That is a phoenix. Being reborn over and over again.
I like where this is headed. Okay. Yeah,
You see,
yeah, I'm digging this.
it has been too long. Far too long. I've been stuck with that boy Jeremiah. My powers augment those who partake in this river quite immensely. As a result, he could not die. He could not be reborn. I could not allow my people to rebirth, to bring back their original ancestor.
Why?
He never died.
Ooh.
But Jeremiah is
So-
gone. My spirit lingers still. The Blood Bandits have their ancestor,
Right.
but you also have Feyn blood within you, do you not? I can at least smell it on you.
Fey blood, you said, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I do. Are you... Okay.
I think a new, perfect suitor to partake in the Blood Phoenix's divine destiny is to be you.
What would this destiny entail?
Simple. Die a glorious death one day. And bring new life to stand where you once stood.
I don't know about glorious, but I definitely have a death coming for me at some point.
Ha! Spoken like someone with a good death ahead of them. Partake. Become one. Become the Phoenix.
Okay. One last question. Godfrey, I don't think that they're actually related, but there's this god of bloodshed, right? And
Bloodshed, I know.
I don't...
Very nice.
Right, yeah. I didn't know if there was any sort of connection there. But just to kind of give you some context, we've been finding out recently that a lot of the people we know, and in fact, quite a number of our friends, are in some way related to Godfrey. I'm unaware of any lineage that I have with him. Is this going to do that?
No. I love the
Cool,
god.
great. I kind of don't mind. Look, I love him. I really do. I'd really rather us just remain friends and not have this.
Godfrey
weird,
is
family
everyone's
thing.
dad, Feta.
You're too
Going
good to be
on.
in the fam?
No, I just don't want Godfrey to be my dad. Like, I love him, but more like a brother. And he keeps asking people to play catch with him, and it's a little weird because I don't think he knows how it works. And
I
I
throw
don't
the
really
person
feel like
and I catch
explaining
them.
to him.
That's how we play catch.
Sometimes
That's adorable.
Godfrey throws his skull.
Yes.
And you get to play it with his skull.
Yeah.
Right.
He gives you life lessons while being
Yeah,
thrown
what-
through the air.
I'm just
What the
imagining when you say
disembodied
pig
voices of
skin,
my
it's
friends have
just
said.
the skin of a pig.
It's pink skin, actually. We just skin someone, turn them inside out, and then we use
You
that.
skinned pink?
Do you understand why this is a little uncomfortable for me? Mr. Blood Phoenix, sir.
No, don't worry. Godfrey is on his own divine destiny.
Cool, excellent.
Are you aware
so do
of
I...
the Fae's influence on the world? And by world, I mean everything.
I mean, to an extent, I suppose. I know that, there's the Fey realm, and that there's some potent tendencies that come with that, I'll say.
The Fey realm is the glue of everything. The divine contract is the material world, but what sticks that together? What's that magic juice that keeps everything moving?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
It's the Fae. And I'm aware you are aligned with the God of Order and Alistair as a whole. I, being a Fae spirit, am loath to enter into this agreement. Amelia, the fact you didn't interrupt and say come means I'm
very
disappointed.
proud of you.
I'm disappointed. You shoulda. I set someone up for that one and no one jumped on the cum train.
I almost did, but I was like, you guys are having your scene. I've been ad-libbing a lot, and we already nixed the color commentary, so I'll wait here. I'll put it in our little chat, but now we're here anyway, so next time I'm just going to say come.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
The Fey realm exists separate from the divine contract. It's undocumented. The Chaos worlds have their own sort of documentation. But the Fey realm is not documented at all. It is run by a court.
Right, Oberon and Titania.
Yeah, that's what they call
Them
themselves.
aware of.
The court of moths, the court of butterflies, and the court of the dragonfly. Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
But-
Yeah. No, got it.
And that's where we get spirits like me. I don't offer a deal. They offer a partnership.
Bring new life, you said, yeah?
Where you would stand when you died. Something new be born. Something better. If you don't want
Yeah,
to
that
accept
sounds-
now, simply partake of the river when you feel like it.
If I don't accept now, is there a chance you would seek somebody else out? Or is this a standing offer?
As long as you remain on the planet.
Right. Can I... This is a little unorthodox. And I don't know why I have this spell, but I do. Can I cast Detect Good and Evil on the Blood Phoenix River?
What does the tech button good and evil do?
It's
Just
kind of
lost iodine
outdated
tablets.
at this point. It initially had detect like alignment, but it detects any fiends, fae. Oh, I guess it would detect fae. So yeah, it would. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily apply here. Yeah,
Are you trying? What are you trying to do? Maybe I can think
I'm
of something.
trying to figure out if it's neutral, if it's aligned with chaos, if it's aligned with order. Where does this thing
Give me a
stand
stellar insight check, and I'll
pantheonic?
give you that. And I'll give you information.
Oh boy, okay. That is a 19 on the die, plus 3, 22. Taking a pick.
22. This is a. Remember, there are chaotic people in all pantheons and good and
Yeah.
ordered people in all pantheons. This is a
For sure.
chaotic, neutral, aligned entity. It's after its own goals, its own things. It's got its own situation happening.
Okay. What would I need to do to take the deal? When you say
Drink.
partake, do I need to drink of the...
Scoop down.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to say that. The thing that I'm going over in my head right now is, do I talk to my friends about this first? Or do I just do it? Because I feel like every single time I haven't talked to them about something, some shit's gone wrong.
Just do it. Just
Alright,
do
I'm
it.
gonna
just
let you
do
know
it.
that I, Brooke, as a player,
Yeah.
fully support you jumping into this. 100% head first.
I think everyone should just shoot from the hip all of the time, frankly.
Okay. Fada's gonna walk over to the river of blood. And is gonna stand on the precipice for a moment before just stepping off and dropping inwards.
Oh, you didn't need to do all that. As that happens, immediately you feel.
What do you mean?
This liquid surges through your system, replacing your old blood. The old stuff is shot out. The new stuff is gone. The new blood is in. You feel it burning at your fingertips. You feel this searing pain at first, but then it soon just quells into this, almost like you just had a good shot of whiskey warmth in your stomach. This burning sensation is eventually
God, I want
quelled.
whiskey.
And after a few moments, I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
I can absolutely give you a Constitution saving throw with my blood die.
Blood for the blood die.
That is a natural 20.
Give me modifiers.
Yes, because
Patrick,
Constitution's
please.
saved, right? I
get excited,
You
okay?
think this is some Mickey Mouse table? Who am I? An asshole. That's who.
Con save is +8.
Meets it, beats it, baby. You manage to stomach the pain, and you do not get knocked unconscious. You are not
Beautiful.
incapacitated.
I'm so glad I didn't get knocked
Yeah,
unconscious.
your hit
while
points
it-
are not halved. Your strength score is not reduced to 3. You are alive. As this blood soaks in, you are gracefully emerged on a small tidal wave and placed down on the shore. A new phoenix. Write this down in your notes, Pat.
Oh boy.
As a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
once per long rest, you may choose to double all currently affecting stacks. This is all, though. All negatives and positives.
Right.
If the stacks are blood, they trigger and then double. If the stacks are blood, not only if the stacks are blood, after triggering, they apply to all neighboring creatures within 10 feet. You also learn the 5th level spell, Tidal Wave of Carnage. In a 60-foot cone, all targets must make a dexterity saving throw. On fail, they gain 2d12 stacks of blood. Of bleed.
Yeah.
This is an action, by the way. On success, they gain 1d12 stacks of blood.
And what was the DC on that save?
It's your spell save DC.
The spell save DC. Holy shit. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Holy cow. All right. Blood Phoenix, are you just in my head now? Because you said you were with Jeremiah, or...
I'm here.
Hey, buddy. Cool. All right. So, I don't know. What did you see any of them mobilizing over there? By the way, while you were, forming the river and such.
I wasn't conscious yet.
Fair. Totally fair. Probably. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Right. Damn, that feels incredible.
Godfrey, what are you doing?
Godfrey is just going over the defenses on the exterior. He's not he doesn't know what's going on. I don't think VR has attempted to explain to him anything that's happened about what's going on with him and his lore. So he's just like, yeah, everything's looking good. I'm glad everything's great within our friend group. Everything's
Can
awesome.
I just clarify? I didn't learn that information. It was the
Oh,
Yeah,
other.
we
okay,
have
yeah,
not
there you go.
told VR yet. VR does not know.
Yeah. I told you what I knew. What I know.
Didn't you hop in the car?
No,
Yeah.
I
okay.
decided not to because I was like, I'll wait till
I see.
Theta's done.
Gotcha.
Oh, also,
So,
Feta,
like,
the double stacks thing, that is a 120-foot radius, every creature.
Like
In
Godfrey's like,
120 feet.
Yeah, it's the whole
damn,
battlefield.
that's wild.
It's once per long rest.
I get it.
Worth
Yep.
for real. But Godfrey's like on the outside. He's looking and he sees this blood river just appear, and he's like, "Oh, all right." I mean, like, I'm a god, but like, what am I supposed to do? Intervene?
It's a river of blood, man. What am I doing about
I'm like, that one's for you, mom. You go, girl. Yeah, I don't know. Godfrey's just kind of looking around. He's
Just
just talking
vibing
to
out.
he's talking to the two dudes that live in his chest,
Wait, who do you have living in your chest again? Who do you got the-
Fenrir and Wanker.
Oh, right. Your familiar and then the captive.
Like, yeah, so it's like, I don't know, bro. I guess we're just waiting for everyone to get back. I don't know, we're just chilling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Viari, how has everything been?
Oh, Godfrey.
Good things, I hope?
Well, the thing is, I had this plan to try to get Zees kicked out of godhood, to get him out of the way for a while,
I remember,
and get him out of the Chaos Pantheon.
Mhm.
How do you remember? I never told you this.
No, we talked about this, like, I think, like, 12 sessions ago. Like, we were at the Pantheon, we had just finished our first thing.
No,
we were
no,
like,
no,
I
no,
want
no.
to take
I
away
was
his
keeping it
god.
a secret from Alistair. I didn't tell anyone.
Oh, you did? Well, somehow I remember. Never mind, scratch that.
Maybe in another life you heard about this plan, like outside of your body, like.
Damn,
or
bro,
something like-
I'm a
yeah.
psychic or something. I'm so
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I had this plan to try to get Zees kicked out of godhood so that Chaos would no longer have the god of complications. Also, kind of fuck up whatever game he's got going on with A's, and so he would be maybe focused on like that for a while on his game, getting back into the same power level. I don't fucking know. And just kind of doing something to get him out of the picture, and also make it so that we're not constantly dealing with Aza's boyfriend on the other side of this stupid wall.
Not her boyfriend, just to clarify.
Anyway, told Gary and I told Ace, and they both got mad at me and yelled at me, and I am not doing it anymore. But I don't know, things are weird. I'm tired. I just
Oh.
want to get this job done and go home.
Well, why do you think they're mad at you? You know, just
I don't know. I think it was a stupid plan. And I don't know, Godfrey.
well, like walk me through it. Like, you told them for a reason. Why did you decide
Because
to tell them?
I didn't want to hurt them. Mostly Ace. I told Gary because I was trying to keep Gary in the loop because I trust him because he's my warlock and he seems to, I don't know, I don't want to be Truth 2.0. And I told A that he got mad at me and he's like, you need to tell Ace, you're going to hurt your friend. And then I told Ace, and then Ace got mad at me, and now we're here.
Well, why did Ace get mad at you? Because you were attempting to go behind their back and hurt someone that they also trust?
But I wasn't trying to go behind their back. I was telling them because I was going to. This is the thing. And then as soon as they said, don't do it, I said, okay, I won't do it. And I don't.
So, okay, I feel like I need to get A's side of the story for this. But, again, you were conspiring against their lover. I don't want to know what else to
I'll
call
allow
them.
it.
But it's you know, it's kind of a breach of trust. I guess I could see that.
But I
don't dis-
told them.
I
didn't
know,
do
well, like, no,
anything. I
but
told
that's like,
them.
but that's like coming to me and saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna kill Frankie."
That's not.
It's not the
That's
same.
not the same thing.
Of course, it's not the same. I don't have a person in my life like A's or Z's does, you know. So I can't.
But I wasn't
truly
going to
relate.
kill Z's.
I know, but you were trying to take away something from him that he cares about? Question mark.
Except that I didn't do it. I
You
went to
didn't.
Ace to talk to her
No, you
about the
didn't.
plan, and
But I
then she
don't
said,
think it
"Don't do it," and I'm not doing it.
But I don't
But
think it
everyone
matters
is
that
still
if you.
mad.
I don't think it matters that you didn't do it, but that the intent behind it. I guess.
Okay.
I can't speak for them personally. I'm not mad at you. I don't disagree with you personally, but I don't necessarily agree either. And I think maybe their anger is a little misplaced, but they have a right to their feelings, right? We all do, and it's hard when your coworker / good friend of a couple 100 years comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm gonna try and get your lover fired who you've known for again a couple 100 years."
7.
700 years.
No, 7.
7 years.
I have known A's for 7 years.
7.
I have known A's for 7 years because I was bamfed out of existence for over 500 years because of Zees.
All right, and how long have you known me?
About the same.
About the same. Does that devalue our friendship at all?
No, but can you guys please understand that I literally didn't exist?
No, I
So
can't.
much time.
I can't understand that, and it's hard for me to comprehend that, to not just simply exist, to be there at one day and then not, and then suddenly back again. I can't. That's crazy to me. But you know, and I'm not trying to discredit that from you at all. Absolutely not. But again, it's not. Again, it's not my place to make point fingers or change judgments at all. Again,
Fenrir just screams from your chest, "What the fuck is this then? What am I doing?
punishment! Shut up! You're doing your time! You got it!
Don't say shit about you're not your place to cast judgment.
No! I just choose the judgment! I didn't cast it! You did this to yourself! You left your son! You left your family! And you decided to sell boom boom powder! Now if you'll excuse me, I'm talking to my friend!
Oh my god, Danny, we missed you.
I've been working at the coal mines for 3 days! Give me a moment! The fumes did something!
Fenrir just sinks back in his chains.
Sorry. Where were we, Riari? Anyways, it's not my place to cast judgment. But again, I understand where you're coming from, and I don't think A's truly does. And I don't think you know where A's is truly coming from either. And in the moment when, this plan was communicated, it was communicated in a way that obviously where feelings got heated. So I think, obviously you didn't follow through with it, but I think you need to sit down with A's and explain where you're coming from. How, again, we cannot truly comprehend what you've gone through, quite literally. It is truly incomprehensible to not exist. And that happened to you. And you obviously don't know how deep the relationship that Ace has with Zees goes. And I think you two need to sit down and talk about it. Because it's important as friends to have that 7 years or 100 years. Regardless, communication is very important. And I'm glad you communicated your plan to Ace. I'm glad Gary, you told Gary, and Gary made the suggestion. Now, I don't know why Gary's angry. I think he's just always angry. But it's a matter of, it's just communicating where you're coming from and not just what you're trying. How do I word this? You communicated what your intent was, but not the experience behind it. And again, you can't truly ever walk in someone else's shoes, but you could sure as hell try. So I think it's just a matter of sitting down with A's and maybe apologizing for both of you, and just for being inconsiderate of each other's feelings, not even for what you were doing, but just for not thinking about each other in the first place. I think that's it, is that you two didn't think about each other, and rather than considering each other's feelings, you both want to just to die on your hill. So maybe just tell A's that what you've gone through. And I don't know A's side, but maybe they can tell you what they've gone through. I don't know. It could just be the fumes talking.
Thanks, Godfrey.
You what? A piece of coal? I got some glass shards too. Who's that?
Shut the fuck up to me. I inhaled all the glass shards too, and I'm the size of a thimble.
Sounds like a you problem.
It is. That's why I'm fucking coughing.
Then shut up!
Why'd you give me lungs?
Because! You were born with them? I didn't give them to you! Who do you think I am? Your mother?
With that, we're gonna go to break. Thank you all so much for watching the first half of Paperwork Pantheon episode 34. Please stick around till after the break, and we'll be back with more nonsense. So go get some food, go get some liquids, go to the washroom. We'll be right back in 15 minutes. everybody. Welcome back to Paperwork Pantheon. I am your host, Offbeat Outlaw, your dungeon master. When we last left off, Godfrey was having a very serious discussion with Viari. A's and Zees were busy negotiating getting the kids back, and Feda had just partook in some Blood Phoenix bullshit.
I like how Godfrey doesn't even know about all the stuff that A's and Feta have planned for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
It hasn't been a good time
No
to share
clue.
it yet.
Yeah. But up with A's and Z's, who have decided this is the music they will listen to for 12 hours.
Yep.
Music? Why do you do this to me?
That's VRE simulacrum just shutting it off after like an hour, 2.5.
I'm going fucking insane.
Literally
Stop.
anything else.
After a while, though, you guys managed to get the simulacrums made. Alright, that should be all of them then.
Okay.
Turn off that damn music. I thought we shut it off. Okay. Well, they're gonna question the Sims at the very least, but at least they don't have the real ones, and these ones can't say anything.
Yeah. Well,
I hope
hopefully
this shows as a sign of more or less good faith to your group. I understand that there's some to say bad blood, I think, is an understatement. But
yeah,
can't
no, they
think of
fucking
that.
hate you.
Yeah, that's probably reasonable. Honestly, it's a reasonable response.
Yeah. Thank you, though. I really appreciate it.
That's genuinely the least I could do at this point.
Yeah, well. Better than nothing.
I'll figure out how to apologize to Viari.
Yeah. Yeah.
It won't work.
Are they
It's a
coded to do
simulacrum.
that? Simulacrums only do things. Damn.
I wouldn't
Well-
be surprised, honestly. Well,
Well, she doesn't.
Hey,
have
he's
to-
had to ask you to do it. It won't work.
Well, if she wants closure, I'll figure out how to get there. But it's gonna be on her end to accept it.
yeah, well.
Because genuinely, a lot of what I did, I didn't truthfully care that much about. But
I think that's the problem. I think it's the ruining VR's life, not caring about it, and then rubbing it in their face afterward.
yeah, that was part of a plan that didn't really go through. In hindsight, that was
Yeah.
Just trying to get her to riled up so she'd attack me, and then cause her to get kicked out of the castle with Adamus. Didn't really
Yeah.
work. Just made her
King of the castle, king of the castle.
Yeah, I don't think she would attack you directly
yeah.
because of me.
I don't know. I feel like she would if you weren't present.
Maybe. Yeah, did you ever get to talk to Godfrey? I remember when we first met, you were looking for him.
No, I didn't. Didn't really get the chance to sit down one-on-one and have a chat with old Granddad.
Maybe I should sort that out at some point.
I mean, don't really know what there is to sort. At this point, probably knows everything I was gonna tell him.
Doesn't mean you don't need to say it.
Yeah, maybe. You know, his whole bloodline thing with like this whole Host thing, it really screws up who has the right to rule a bunch of kingdoms.
I'm sure it does, but that's not.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I was gonna let him know that the Fey court is basically his for the taking. At this point.
How does that even work?
Well, there's several. He would get one of the courts. There's 3.
Right.
There's
Wouldn't that mean technically you could have it if you wanted to? Isn't like one of your parents an archfey?
Yes, but Godfrey's older than them. By a little bit.
Hmm.
A chunk.
Which court did you say?
Well, there's the court of the moth, the court of the butterflies, and then the court of the dragonfly. Godfrey has right to the beetle court.
Bugs.
Fascinating. God's favorite insect.
But he has full rights to it. Currently.
I can pass the message if you want. Or if you don't, I'm going to tell him that anyway. That's funny.
Go for it. And to get this whole apology thing moving along, feel like tell Viari as a sign of good faith that I have a if she's in is she interested in her parents at all? Actually,
It's always a touchy subject.
well, maybe at the very least tell her if she wants to know where to start looking. I know where.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Take care, Ace.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a kiss.
He pulls you in, and this lasts for at least another 15 minutes.
Yeah, and all the people are just standing there.
Gross.
There were children.
They're like teenagers. They're older teenagers. They're fine. Oh, they're good enough to die, but they can't watch 2 people make out. Who are you, the American government?
There are also VRs there who you're currently trying to patch things up with because of this whole situation.
They're simulacrum.
Zees
They
casts
retain
plane shift
memory.
on all of them and sends them back and keeps you here for a little longer.
Yeah.
But Viari, after about a day, about half a day post all of the other shit, they arrive back. The kids, Scrap, your Viaris, and
15 minutes later, Ace.
15 minutes later, A's as well.
I just run up to Scrap and the other kids and I just like give them a massive hug and I'm like, oh my god. Scrap, you did so well. I am so proud of you. You are the best.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
fucking
you
awesome.
to know
I know
that,
that.
okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know you are.
I always knew that.
I did too. It's just I just want you to hear it sometimes. It doesn't hurt to hear it.
Okay.
Anyway, did you get the map?
He pulls out a map. A little piece of paper. It looks so boring and unassuming you could have missed it. It looks like a standard eggshell white sheet of paper folded at least 7 times, but is still the same size as a regular sheet. Every time you unfold it, a new section of the map is there, but the other side folds underneath it.
You want to know a fun fact?
What?
You
Paper
can't fold
can
a
only
piece of
be
paper.
Well,
What?
okay.
I was going to say you can't fold a piece of paper more than like 8 times.
I thought it was 9.
I think it's 8. I feel like it'd go higher if you have gold leaf. Let me see.
Either way, it's folded a lot, almost to the brink of being too much folded. But every time that you want to change to a new section of the map, you have to unfold it, refold it, and then you get your section. Making this map a little bit complicated to navigate with, but it all the same does tell you everything.
Amazing.
You have a map
Okay.
of all the ministries, every room in the ministry, every doorway that the ministries lead to.
You did such a good job. Okay, great. What happened anyway?
Well, we all sort of figured out the same situation. One of us got caught trying to walk through a doorway that was an interdimensional one, and then the god figured out, and the god locked down all the doorways and made all the doorways turn into one big loop. So we kept on getting stuck and cycling through the same place over and over and over again. But at the end of the day, we eventually were like, oh god, we gotta get out of here. So I shot somebody and I took their badge that was chasing us. And then when I did that, though, we got to the next place, but then we were instantly kidnapped as we tried to leave through the hangar bay. It turns out we got turned around and just kind of tried walking out through the front door. There was a lot of blood, so that was nice though, because there's all that blood everywhere. We could like escape and whatnot, but we got kidnapped as we tried to leave, and we just got sent to that dude who was sitting there. They like plane shifted us there. And then he was like, I don't know what to do with kids. What am I supposed to do? And then the other guy was like, figure it out. These are hostages, and we need someone to watch them. Everyone else is on deployment right now. You're the only one stuck here with your stupid plan, you stupid idiot. And then they like locked us in there. And then he was like, you guys play ball or something? And then we played catch for a bit, and we played dodgeball for a bit. And then he was like, I really don't know what to do with these kids. I'm gonna call somebody. And then the nice person came, and the ace came, and then we got out of here. Yeah.
Nice. Sounds good. Well, you did really well. Did you see any of the gods' abilities when you were dealing with them?
No. It just kind of changed the rooms. They didn't really have to do much. They just warped the room to be circles, and they changed the door layout.
Circles?
Well, like, they get us in, it's like you go through one corridor, you make a right, the door leads to another corridor, but you make a right, the door leads to another corridor. I don't even know if it was a circle, or if we just linked back one door to the other door and just put us on a closed single room.
I want to know how they have that kind of ability, because that's really an Alistair's domain kind of thing. Like, it makes sense that they're pretending to be Alistair right now, but that is not part of their jurisdiction as far as I knew.
Well...
Is it, Al?
Well, what they are doing is just making a series of demi-planes, which you can effectively do if you keep up several spells all at once.
Oh.
Yeah, basically a very high-cost version. I could do this at will, but they are doing it using several very, very expensive spells.
Right.
My guess.
Okay. Well, I don't think we should be go sending in the spy network again anytime soon.
Aw.
You guys did really well, but I think now that we have this information and the fact that they caught you, I think keeping training you is really important.
Fine, where's the boring guy?
He actually, I think he left a little while ago. I'll call him back if you want. Or I can train you.
But you got important mission stuff to do.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to train us if you're doing
Our
important
schedule's
mission
pretty
stuff?
light at the moment. Well, I don't know. Our schedule's pretty light at the moment. All right. Well, I'll call Gary back, I guess. And you can maybe work with Charlie a little bit too, especially on reading contracts, because I want you to understand contracts so you don't go signing anything that you shouldn't.
At this point, Fada, would you have liked to have head back to camp opposed to Blood Phoenix situation? Or
I
are
think
you just gonna-
eventually.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think eventually, because if this has been like another half a day after the 6 hours, I think we've been scouting the horizon. I've been going through with all of the troops and just been like, all right, we're going to leave a contingency behind. We're going to leave some probably like auto turrets if we have them.
VREs, you mean?
By auto turrets, I mean, yes, I do mean VRE simulacrums. But for the most part, I think we're just going to have somebody like people watching the border. And if need be, we'll set up contingency plans to get us back there as quickly as possible. And yeah.
Okay.
Veda comes in the mech.
Vader! Oh my god. Okay.
Hey!
And I go marching up to him. I keep meaning to tell you and keep forgetting. Eleanor showed up and kidnapped me the other day. It's okay, I'm fine. But she can just take you to like a demi-plane where you can't teleport out. So actually, I think that we should set up a contingency on you, like wishcast contingency with a plane shift out.
You can teleport in, though. I did find them through my intense
Yeah,
sense
you
of
can
smell.
teleport in.
That
Okay.
With a successful Arcana check, you may find the location and plane shifts to it. That's what intense sense of smell, I guess, means nowadays.
Yeah, obviously.
So anyway, we're gonna have to set up some contingencies to make sure that you get out.
Yeah,
Or did we already do that?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. No, this is the first I'm hearing of any of this. I'm not mad. I'm not upset or anything. Just, and I know things have been crazy. Just if something like that happens again, please let me know.
Oh yeah, I just forgot. It was fine. She didn't hurt me.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm all right. I'm worried. Just concerned is all. But if she's not gonna hurt you, then that's fine. Anyway, how are you? How's everything back here? Kids all right?
Yes. They came back and they are
Cool.
safe. And they're doing very well. We're gonna ease off the missions for like a little bit, get them some more training because, well, they did get caught.
Shit
They did
got
really
crazy,
well,
yeah.
and I don't think that we would have done any better in terms of getting out.
No, probably not.
But I want to see what we can do with their kits to make sure that getting caught is a lot harder. And it's got nothing to do with the decisions that they made.
No, I mean
Scrap is such a little prodigy. He's so good.
hearing tell around down the Viari grapevine, as it were. Sounds like
Mhm.
they did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
Godfrey,
They got the map.
It's to me.
they got him up.
I dug the trenches. Everything is set up underneath. We have all the runes set up, so just don't step too heavily. Just please. It'll all go up
You're
in
incredible.
flames.
Incredible. They got the map, so we
They got
have
the
the
map.
entire layout now.
Let's
we
go.
know.
Yeah. So, I'm thinking that we can start making our plans based off this thing.
Yeah.
Are we still going with the using Frankie and fake Fenrir to get into one of the bases?
Well, so about that,
Maybe.
Viari, this is actually something would be good for you to know as
Mm-hmm.
well. Two things. Start with the most recent thing. You know Jeremiah, right?
Mhm.
And you know the
No.
whole.
Yeah.
Godfrey,
you would have
don't-
loved
would-
him, Godfrey.
You would have really enjoyed Jeremiah.
He was
You're
really
gonna-
dead?
cool. Yeah.
Yes.
They
But,
do
like,
bad
he's-
things.
No. I mean, he was one of the blood
he was
bandits.
a
He'll
blood
come back.
mage.
eventually.
And he
I'll see
made,
him in my
like,
domain
like,
later.
kind of-
Once we go back, I'll judge him. It'll be great. I'll meet him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gotta point him out to me.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
But we
great.
want to give him a good judgment because he was very helpful.
All right, we won't turn his eyes inside out, and we won't turn him into a boat.
Yes.
You are
I mean,
a
judging
boat.
by what we've seen of the blood
Honestly?
bandits, they somewhat enjoy being turned into meat cyclicals.
Yeah.
If
Meat
I were
bicycles.
you, I would let him just come back as an elder, even though he was like 35.
That's old.
That's pretty old for them.
That's for them.
But like, put a pin in the boat thing. He might want that.
All right.
He was known. He had this tie to this sort of extra dimensional force called the Blood Phoenix.
Blood Phoenix. Do I know
Yeah.
anything about the Blood Phoenix? Do I?
Make an Arcana check.
I'm good at this. Arcana plus 12. That's 26.
As you ask, do I know anything about the Blood Phoenix? Bloodshed themselves almost unlocks a portion of your brain. It gives you a little insight. The Blood Phoenix is a Feyan spirit.
Fae spirit. Okay.
Yeah, so Fey creatures, so Fey spirits are sort of like, they're like gods. They're not gods, though. They are above regular Fey. Like, in all honesty, many people regard A's as a Feyan spirit. but
Aw.
it's like not quite god level, but it's very, very powerful. It is almost
Gotcha.
extra dimensionally powerful. The effect
Was
that they
Candy
have.
Cane?
Candy Cane was just a really powerful dude, but a bit of a whippersnapper, a bit of an asshole. But he was not a Fey spirit. But the Blood Phoenix is a Fey spirit that you know something about due to its connection to bloodshed. It is of sorts Bloodshed's Fey half, if that makes sense. It's almost like the if Bloodshed is orders, then the Blood Phoenix is kind of the I'm going to use work terms because everyone's an employee in this world. Bloodshed
Yes.
is an employee. She's high up in the company. The Blood Phoenix is an unregulated contractor who does what they want and sometimes does work for free because they enjoy it so much. If that makes sense.
Oh, all right. Freelance. All right. Cool. Whatever.
So the Blood Phoenix, you're familiar
Yeah.
to a degree.
I don't. Yeah, they do work. Not good work, but work nonetheless.
Right. Okay. Not exactly the reception I was hoping for. Regardless, they had previously been tied to Jeremiah. Points to Viari. And the
I'm
River of
Viari.
Blood. I'm aware. I was referencing the fact that you know who I'm talking about when I say Jeremiah, whereas Godfrey has not met Jeremiah. You saw the River of Blood.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
bless up, mom.
There's a river of blood?
You didn't
There
see?
is.
It's like right outside.
It's
Oh shit.
like a whole ass river. Like
We should deal with that.
we actually, it's probably fine. That was the Blood Phoenix doing. Had a little bit of a chat with BP, and he and I, or they and I, not sure the
Oil
pronouns,
company?
didn't ask yet,
Bernadette Peters?
might have Bernadette petered and did a, I don't know why I'm using that as a verb, but we combined, I think. I'm the new Blood Phoenix, or I am the new host of the Blood Phoenix.
You're the new Blood Phoenix?
Is it that bad?
It's just, it's sloppy. The paperwork is just horrible.
I mean, I'll
Yeah, but-
deal with the paperwork. It's not like I have a whole lot of it to deal with in my
Yeah, Fate is
Pantheon.
good with paperwork.
Yeah. Hey, I'm only good with paperwork because I've had to deal with most of yours. Regardless.
Oh, you have given me so much paperwork to deal with
That's
over the
very
centuries.
true.
You do not get to.
Very true. That's very true. I was really hoping you weren't going to call me on that, and then you did immediately.
Sometimes when I was bamped out of existence, I still had to do paperwork. Do you know what it's like to not exist and still have to do paperwork?
I
That shit
can't
sounds like it
possibly imagine
sucks.
that. It sounds like a paradox of sorts, and it hurts my brain to think about. Regardless, I'm the Blood Phoenix. I will do my best to make sure the work is not sloppy. Godfrey,
Thank
you know
you.
me. If anything, this is a boon. Okay, real talk though. Blood Phoenix. Any other like bad thing to it being other than it being sloppy work, quote unquote?
Well, I know that the Fey spirit.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I don't really know much besides that. Literally, my mom came into my head and just like plopped some memories in. I'm like, all right, cool, this works.
Well, if it's directly from bloodshed, I'm gonna take no news as good news.
all right.
Speaking of you, we should talk.
Oh,
And
no. Are you
Theta
pregnant?
is going to relay all of the information that we have learned about Godfrey, the Haas family history, the pseudo plan that they and A's came up with to potentially use Godfrey as bait to get into part of the government, or at least get a it's the word I'm looking for, with the king.
Parlay.
Audience with the king.
Okay.
Parlay with the king. Yes.
No, they're not pirates.
But they
Parlay.
are French.
The French!
We are French.
Uh-huh.
Says you
Actually, I
see.
am.
Damn.
Yeah.
My
Yes, I did know that.
Oui,
So
je m'appelle.
yeah, Ace and I may or may not have accepted a bounty on your head. And
So I gotta
if
kill you
want-
guys? Is that what you're saying?
No, we're not. No, I'm just saying that I'm saying that we did that to potentially add another facet to the plan. I think we still do the thing with Fenrir where I and Feta changes his face to Fenrir's do this and
I
go
like
in
where
and
this is going.
infiltrate.
I like this. You're gonna kill me, take my bones to them, and then I'll resurrect myself from the dead, and I'll kill them from the inside.
Or we could just take you apart. I feel like we don't have to kill you to do that, though.
All
Isn't
right,
your head
then.
removable?
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah, that's what I.
Can Ace show up
But
about
only
now?
for comedic
Yeah.
effect.
Ace, you've been here
Right,
for a bit.
and this will be funny.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is hilarious, bro.
We can't just take him apart and send him in though, because we can't prove that that's the same skeleton. We could just do that with literally any skeleton.
He's got glowing peach eyes. I don't know what.
The eyes won't be glowing if he's dead, right?
Well, I don't
Do
actually.
Am I wrong here?
I have a
That just
glowing
seems
red
pretty
eyeball,
clear
and the
to
other's
me.
just a socket, technically. The peach eyes were like a thing when I power up. So
Okay, slight flaw in the plan, but I think we can make a work around this. How do we convince them? I mean, I could just
just
have
put
the
some
rest of his
magic-
body.
I have an idea. You could bring
In
them
a
my body
briefcase.
in a body bag, and then my head, and the head is alive, and I'm like blah 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 blah,
And you're
talking shit,
Yeah.
and then they bring the body in together, and then my body goes on a rampage, finds my head, puts it back.
And then
That was the follow-up idea, yeah.
Is this allowed? Off because I know we discussed body part removal in the past, and we emphasized only for comedic effect.
In this case, I'm going to say I'm not gonna allow it.
That's fine.
That's
I'm not
fair.
gonna allow it.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
The Wi-Fi.
I mean, what if
doesn't-
we just
it's-
put
it's all
Godfrey in,
connected
like-
by Bluetooth? It's too far. Like it won't pair. Like it's just not gonna work.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Godfrey gets connected to the car instead of the phone, and then
Right,
it's just
and then
annoying
it's
and
like,
the audio's not
I was
coming
trying to
through.
connect. Right,
I
and
mean-
then Godfrey's still in the house, but you're in the parking lot trying to connect your phone, and it connects to
I mean,
the
we
wrong
don't-
head.
What if
We
we
don't have to
turn
bring them
one of-
dead. We could just tell them where to find
What if
Godfrey.
we turn one of Viari simulacrums into a simulacrum of me? So it looks
They
like
can
me.
detect
I go inside the necklace of the simulacrum of me that's actually simulacrum of Viari, and I'm in there, and when they bring me in, I pop out and dispel the simulacrum or whatever. It could stay around, doesn't matter, and we murder everyone.
We could just
They
pick
can
a little.
detect magic, and they'll be able to see.
Oh yeah, you're
the-
right.
We
Oh.
could just build
Yeah.
a shed.
So I
Which
was
is why
thinking-
I'm
Tell the
going in.
government Godfried Haast is in that shed. There you
He's
go.
in
We'll
that
bring him to
outhouse
you.
right there.
Or we could
Well,
even just
hang
bring
on.
you
Don't
in.
look for traps. There's nothing surrounding it.
I mean, they
So
could
wait.
also look for traps. We don't have to put in traps. We just have to. I mean, once we get Godfried in front of them, what do we want to do? Are we just killing them all, or do we need
Either
them
that.
to access something else?
Well, either that or we now that we know that they're looking for Godfrey specifically, one of Argus's main complaints was that the people that were left at the bandit camps weren't really going to be seeing a whole lot of the action. That was Emily's complaint too, wasn't it? So why don't we have Godfrey stationed back at the camps, tell them where Godfrey is so that they send out forces
But you
in,
took
like
the bounty.
en masse,
They're expecting
and then
you
that
to
takes
come.
away from whatever power they're going to have at the base. So that
But,
it's just
but you
easier
took the
for us to
bounty. There's the reason they put out the bounty and they aren't looking for me themselves is obviously they're afraid of something. Maybe
Well,
it's
they were
me.
looking for you. We just sort of stepped
they
in, and I
were.
said I could
Yeah.
solve their
Oh,
problem.
okay.
It was actually is pretty hot.
It was.
Okay. Well, what if we instead set up an ambush? You know, rather than a camp, we don't want to get the infrastructure of the bandits, little as it is, destroyed. So we go to the middle of a desert. We set up an ambush there. I'm just chilling there around a campfire by myself. We have the bandits stationed in the sand or whatever around in the area, or we teleport them in. We get the government to come try and get me. Boom, ambush.
Or yes, What if we... I feel like this could be an opportunity if we played it right to lure the gods out of the government.
I don't know how can we do that?
Let's,
There?
Oh.
Godfrey, how about you and I do some think tank stuff?
I mean, that's what we're here for, right? That's what we're huddling, right?
Yeah.
Viari,
On
what
the
you
map.
saying?
On the map, are there any symbols or any information that indicates a way to shut down the anti-magic fields and the various like defenses and things?
Make an
exist.
investigation check, please.
Can any of us assist?
Yeah, you can get advantage. I'm assuming you're all helping out, so.
Yeah.
Sure.
All I'm saying, Godfrey, is I think we could try and talk. I think we could get the government to send word to the king. I think they might want to kill you directly. I think we could goad them into that. And I assume the gods would have to step in because they know you'll kill him immediately.
I mean, I don't know the situation. I'll take whatever you're saying at face value. You listen. Usually I'm the planner. I don't got nothing on this. It's all you guys.
What'd you get on that investigation check?
26.
So you scour the map for a bit, deciphering the symbols. You eventually find your way to the legend, and then you unfold it and refold it and keep looking around. You find that the anti-magic fields are being upheld by a series of glyphs deep within the manufacturing district, the manufacturing building. So deep in there is where the glyphs of anti-magic are. If you get
So that
infiltrated-
worked.
Do I notice any other details on any other defenses in addition to the anti-magic? Like whatever's letting them see and detect magic pretty much universally around.
You're gonna need to probably look more specifically for those. You can make additional checks.
I would
though.
like to look.
Okay,
Yes,
so we'll look
please.
for the
And
detect magics and the
advantage.
Brooke, what's your +2 investigation?
11.
Okay, yeah, I'll assist again.
Do I have advantage on this as well because they're helping?
Yes. Yeah, they're helping. You're getting more familiar with the map.
That's really good because the first one was a nat 1, but this one is a 17 plus 11. That's 28.
Okay, so the detect magic glyphs are located in the finance buildings.
Okay, finance. So we've got manufacturing has anti-magic, and then we've got finance has detect magic, and then
Well,
we
manufacturing is
have-
where I was going to infiltrate anyway, disguised as Fenrir. And the reason we were doing that is because that's just an innate ability that I have. That's not technically magic.
yeah, anti-magic glyphs.
So they wouldn't
And
be
then
able
what was
to
the other
do
one?
it.
Was there another sort?
Anti-magic and detect magic, those are the main things that you
Does the
specify.
detect magic
only
one
other
let
thing
them
it-
see what it is, like what spell is on you? Because I know the detect magic reveals.
The school.
It's
Doesn't-
almost like they have true sight or something because they've been able to
Right.
figure out what is on us in the past.
Mhm. Look specifically for that again. Investigation check.
All right, so I can take care of the.
Oh, I'm not going to roll with advantage that time because the first one was a 20, so that's 31.
31. Let me turn up my gain because apparently I'm quiet.
Hmm.
Howdy. Okay.
I think you've got your mic settings for when you're like right up close, but then you lean back a lot.
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
Make it. What'd you get on that investigation check?
31.
Okay, so once again, you
Getting
flip
better.
through. You're at this point. I'm gonna say that you're very familiar with this map. You can more or less find what you're looking for at this point. No more checks required. As you flip through this, you get to the site. You figure out that this is not necessarily a magical thing. It is not. It is not in that specific place. Okay, apparently now I'm too loud. Oh my god. Figure it out, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm impatient. You find that
This might be some sort of training that they have to figure out what it is. Like,
this
Is that what you mean?
this is some sort of training thing, or it's something that is manufactured in the mechs themselves. This is not
Right.
something that is magical. This is something that is built into the units. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that is what you figured out. That's what you figured out from this little perusing.
And do I detect any additional defenses that I don't already know about?
This one I'm gonna require you to figure out the symbols and what they necessarily mean.
Is this going to be Arcana?
No, this might just be a flat intelligence check.
Okay.
I will give advantage because you're familiar with the map. The DC is lower than like what usual stuff is, so this is possible.
If it's a flat intelligence check, I only have a +4 to this.
Only a +4. That's an 18 intelligence.
The first one is a total of 17. The second one is a total of 22.
You manage to decipher some of the defenses. You realize that a lot of the defenses is based on the mech patrol that covers a large span of area out front of each of the ministries. Additionally, on top of the mech patrol, on the internals, a big part of their defenses is the teleporting rooms. You can't get anywhere without a pass. And to get a pass, you have to be an official member of their military. You need to have their badges.
Okay.
So you can't just have the map. You need to also somehow get badges, and then infiltrating will make more sense. Or you need to be escorted with someone of their official military. But you need someone within your party with a map and a pass.
That's why I couldn't make it through that first day.
Additionally, additionally some other defenses you learn is that they have created. You've learned something that is a little bit unknown to you, Viari, but they're mentioning a plane of energy. And they say elementals of arcane elementals patrol the teleporting lands between. This is something that doesn't make much sense to you as a character. This is new information.
I know that Viari doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Even if I do.
Whatever.
So, if we're going to need an escort of sorts, I mean, A's, that might be where you and Godfrey come in. If you bring in Godfrey as a prisoner, because, yeah, they're probably going to want to kill them themselves and confirm the death. Obviously, Godfrey, we're not going to let that happen.
If it happens, it happens, you know?
We're gonna mitigate it.
I'd rather
Yeah.
it didn't, but, like, if it happens, I can't really stop
I
it.
think all of us would also rather you not die.
It'd be inconvenient. You'd lose a sheet, and there's gonna be a whole process to get that back. So
Well, see, now I'm, like, worried about it because you said it's inconvenient. You're not worried about me. You're worried about how it affects the plan.
I mean, I don't mean this in a rude way, but I'm not usually worried about you. You're pretty good at taking care of yourself.
I mean, thank you, but, like, if things do go south, you know,
I mean,
there's always that possibility.
Right. I consider it a comfort that if any of us die, we don't actually die. It's an inconvenience. Like, we're not gone forever. It's just difficult.
I know, but, like, this version of me, like, is balling, bro. Like, balls to the wall, like
I'm
love
going
this
to
shit.
do everything in my power, Godfrey, to keep you intact and
Thank
alive. I promise.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So do you guys want to take... Viari, you and I can take manufacturing. Because I'll be going in as Fenrir. We could even see if we can get some embargo bullets from Argus.
So wait, we're
Or
moving with
we
that
could
one first?
manufacture... Well, I'm saying that we split into two parties.
Ooh. Do we really want to do that with this much risk involved? Like,
We're gonna
So
need
the
to because
reason-
we have to take them out. We have to take
No, look
out...
at Offbeat's face. I don't trust it.
Yeah, split the
The
party.
reason
to it.
The
Get
reason
Godfrey away from everybody, so I can finally start hitting you with saving throws to it. It'll be so funny.
the
Well, yeah.
reason why we can't the reason why we've been using other people to go in and infiltrate the ministries has been because if we don't disguise ourselves, then they can detect that we are gods, and if we do disguise ourselves, then they can detect that there's magic on us disguising ourselves.
Right, which is why I'm going in as Fenrir using my shape-shifting ability.
Y-
Right, okay. So that still works, yes? It
I
should.
think. It should. It's innate.
I really like.
if you
Regardless,
need- If you
Sorry.
guys want to be more sure, you can make an Arcana check to quickly
Oh my
piece
God.
together.
I'll assist.
Okay.
what's everyone's Arcana real quick? Because I have a
Okay.
plus 12.
I have a 17.
I
Alright,
have a
go for
plus
it, Ace.
7.
Go ahead.
On this sheet, it's
Ace.
only +4.
30.
Is you are very,
Better than
very
mine.
confident that unless there is some absolute buttfuckery happening, that a disguise that Theda's innate
Shapeshift.
ability to shapeshift will in fact not only disguise himself from being a god, but will get past the anti-magic field.
I think Feta would be fine.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
But we should set up some contingencies on you to get you out of danger.
Yeah, we gotta talk
Yes.
about that.
This A's piques your interest as putting contingencies on somebody would ping off a detect magic, regardless if your shape changed.
It might be. It's not ideal, but it might be safer to go without the contingencies. I think having the contingencies will make you more likely to need them, and
Well,
Understood.
it's
when are
less
we
likely to
doing
let them
this?
in.
Yeah, when are we doing this?
We can do it whenever we want. I mean, not whenever.
I feel
but-
like, but we have to choose something to do first.
Right.
I can't like if we're doing the Fenrir plan. I can't be there. I need to be there, but I also can't because they're looking for a skeleton. So we need to find a way to disguise me that's non-magical.
You do
I
know
thought-
from the spy plan that they did not spot the necklaces themselves of Viari.
Oh.
They spot simulacrums. They do not spot the necklaces as the kids managed to infiltrate without blowing any detections.
That's
Is
right.
this a plan then?
Just to remind you
I can
guys of some
carry you in.
information that you may not have grasped entirely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So I go in on a necklace on Fenrir Feda, so I can communicate with Fenrir Feda what actual Fenrir would say and such, and the information that needs to get communicated across.
Okay.
Okay.
How do we get the other two in?
They act as either bodyguards or employees of yours. You bring Frankie with us, of course, to prove that you are, again.
Which ministry are we going into?
I think this is manufacturing.
Because they, at least some of the government knows what I look like. They don't really know my name, but
That's true.
I mean, you can come. You could be inside the necklace with me then.
yeah, I think that's probably
Oh.
easier.
Oh yeah, I could.
Viari, what's up?
I did. Wow. Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind. Doesn't help.
No, just say it anyways. Just say it anyways.
No, I was gonna say I started trying to set up like a government persona or whatever, but I don't think
Oh.
that's gonna actually help us.
Gotcha. All right.
So once we get Veda inside, then your goal is to
Destroy the
disable.
runes. Yeah. That
Okay.
are setting up the anti-magic fields. And then we work on detects. I don't know what the plan is there.
So do we want to do detect magic first and then anti-magic?
Anti-magic
I feel like-
is in manufacturing, detect is in finance. Currently, your plan is to
Right.
infiltrate manufacturing.
So the thing is, if we go for... Firstly, I think that the anti-magic glyphs are going to have far more protections around them than detect magic.
Sure.
Especially, so they're in manufacturing, which is just going to have better access to those kinds of facilities in the first place. And also, that is a much more powerful defense to have at their hands. Whereas detect magic, but if we want to do that one discreetly, we need to have detect magic turned off. But if
Yeah,
we turn
that's what
detect
I'm
magic
thinking.
off, then it might alert them to something going on and they might increase their defenses.
Because what I'm thinking is, I think that the anti-magic fields are a bit more of our bigger problem. Not only because, yes, I think exactly they're going to have far more security surrounding it, but also while those are still up, we're not going to be able to do the majority of the shit that we need to do. However, if we take out detect magic first, they're just going to bolster what they already have around the anti-magic. But if we do it the other way around, if we take out anti-magic first, they're going to bolster what they have around detect magic. But at that point, we'll be able to use our spells.
I think that once we take out anti-magic, the
It has
detect
to
magic
be-
won't matter as much. Yeah, like we kind of just need to be ready to go.
Have to do it ready to go.
Because they're going to, we don't want them getting that back up because there's going to be infinitely more defenses and they could potentially send like additional chaos gods down or something. Taking out that, yeah, kind of needs to be part of our big move.
Right.
The other thing is, I mean, they might send additional chaos gods, but I also was under the impression from my conversation with Zees that most of them are out on deployment. So I think if we break the anti-magic thing and we draw them into fight immediately, I don't think, if we don't give them time to regroup, I don't know that what we're doing here is necessarily so much more important than what's going on elsewhere if we strike quickly.
Yeah.
What are we trying to accomplish?
We gotta kill the gods that are behind
So
the
we're
government.
going in to get to the plane where all the gods are like doing all their shit stuff, right?
Honestly, I was under the impression we were going in, taking out all of the anti-magic wards, and trying to cause a big enough stir to draw the gods out to us.
And then at
Once they
that
know that
point,
gods are
we
here.
have- right, and at that point we have all of our forces just fucking go ham. Because the thing is that the detect magic doesn't necessarily matter as much, because once we get rid of the anti-magic field, they're gonna know we're there.
And honestly, it'd be good if they knew we were gods immediately once we get rid of anti-magic.
Is this
Yeah,
anti-magic?
If I could
I don't know, what do
jump
you
in
think,
here, I've been thinking
Viari?
about the post-defense
So
takedown
good.
plan.
Mhm.
I'm thinking simulacrum army,
Mhm.
true polymorph into portion of them into banshees to try to scream and take out the drivers of the mechs. Now the DC on that save is low. So, but the mech drivers are probably not necessarily like high level anyway. They're probably more like your average person or whatever, just
It
have access to
depends.
lots of weapons. Maybe they don't. Maybe that's not true. If that's not true, that's why we have another portion of the army as beholders to have their gaze shut down magic from that army. We can do mass battlefield control with them. And then I'm just digging into other creatures that
We
could
also have the
potentially
bandits.
help.
Don't forget about that too.
Godfrey?
Offbeat. Could I, again, I've like not fought a pilot, but I've been in a cockpit with one and killed them and terrified them. Could I infer what level they might be or no?
I
You
have
can
also
infer more or less that they're
actively and regularly pilot a mech.
they will not be these. You can't be a civilian and pilot this mech. I will say that
Okay.
much. You have to be a moderate. If I was to prescribe a level, bare minimum third level
Yeah.
fighter.
I was going to say,
Okay.
scale 1 to 20, how good are they?
Yeah, scale 1 to 20. I'd say at least 3 levels in fighter. I'd say bare minimum. There are going to be others who are significantly more capable.
Well, we can deal with those one-on-one.
The DC on a Banshee's save is only like a 13 Constitution save. It might take out some of them. It might just
Right.
be helpful to
I
take
know.
out some of them.
Thin the ranks, yeah. I mean, that's not
Yeah.
nothing. Godfrey, you look like you're cooking.
I'm thinking. That's hard.
Do you need a strategist to guide this meeting, perhaps?
Strategist?
I haven't really
Hey,
been in
Charlie.
this. I haven't been in this arc very much. You haven't really called for my. I feel like I'm
We
sitting
haven't
on
had
the
a lot
bench.
of contracts, you know?
I
You're my
know.
li- you're
I'm
my
tired of
lawyer.
sitting around. I'm bored.
Wait, did you not enjoy your holiday? I thought I was giving you some fun time off.
I'm bored.
Okay, fair enough. Come back in. Come on. Come strategize.
Charlie. Let's
Did you- So, what's the plan?
Okay,
I
so-
don't
okay,
know. You're
so-
the one asking if you
okay,
give me the
so-
I'm
strategy.
about to
so can I-
bamf you
can I-
out.
Can I just okay? So right now what we have is obviously we have the necklacing to get in, but there is anti-magic that we need to take down, correct?
Right. That's the main goal.
So the plan is, in fact, infiltrate manufacturing,
right.
take out the anti-magic glyphs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, we could do it simultaneously, but that would require splitting the party. But what if we didn't split the party, but over the next 4 to 5 days, we created simulacrums of each other, so we have 2 parties going in simultaneously. We have the simulacrums going in after we take down the anti-magic field, and we, the real party, go for the anti-magic. Because we can't be dispelled. We don't need to disguise ourselves, we just need to get in and take it out. Then the simulacrums...
Go in, take out, detect.
Sure.
They'd have to go in post taking out the anti-magic fields.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
If we
But
had a
that works.
simulacrum,
Mm-hmm.
If we had a simulacrum, true polymorph into a copy of Fader, and then use the changeling ability to change into someone else, would that disguise the magic on them?
No.
That's a good question. Yeah,
Would
I don't
not.
think so. Okay.
If
Because they're
if
still
the
a simulacrum, they're a
if the-
magical
Yeah,
construct.
if the changing yourself does not get rid of a contingency on you, it would not get rid of the other magic. either.
Well, I just figured that the contingency goes on afterwards, but the transformation happen. Okay, but like you're disguising the fact that he's a god.
It would
which
not
the god part
disguise.
comes first. And the
It would not
okay.
disguise the fact that he's true polymorph. That's kind of like a blanket over top of it.
So as far as the contingencies are concerned, I think we have them. I think it's not wrong to have them in the interim in this 4 to 5 day span, because I think Godfrey's right. I think having the simulacrum force go and try and take out detect magic after we bring down anti makes a lot of sense, because the minute those fields go down, they start moving in, and that's fine. What if you were able to keep any contingent? If you were able to cast contingency, keep whatever those spells are on you while you're in the necklace, that hides their signature, and then the moment I bamf you out, we take down the anti-magic, you pop them on me. That's the first thing that we do as soon as those fields
Run
go
that back
down.
just real quick. Explain it
Sure.
step by step to me.
Apparently, just giving some context, apparently Eleanor came after Viari trying
Yes,
to get to
I
me.
remember. I was there.
Yeah, Godfrey.
You were there? Okay.
I was there.
Right, yes. The idea of the contingencies is to get me out of whatever scenario that is if Eleanor decides to show up and put a wrench in our plans.
Okay.
If any of them are put on me while we're going in to manufacturing after I've shape changed, they're still going to detect them. However, if we are to cast them as contingencies in inanimate objects and then activate those contingencies or give them to me once we bamf you out of the necklace, while you're in the necklace, that should hide their magical signature, if I'm not
How are we
mistaken.
going to get them into inanimate objects? I don't think any of us have that ability right now.
Contingency
I might be
cannot,
mistaken on...
Contingency cannot be cast on inanimate objects. It has to be cast on yourself.
It has to be cast on a person. Got
Well,
it.
on yourself specifically.
On myself.
Okay. Charlie pipes up.
Just some thoughts. If you figure out that the glyphs or whatever they do in the power of the anti-magic field, you guys could replace them with your own versions that could be dispelled at a later date.
This is true. Huh.
That would
That way-
prevent...
That way, they would be under the assumption everything's operating as normal, further
would be-
disguising your interference.
There would be a moment in time where everything would be a little fucked. So we have to account for that.
Unless we put up our own first, but we
no,
wouldn't
no.
be able to do that with theirs.
Well,
active.
exactly. So we have to take them down. There's going to be literally like a 6-second time period
Yeah,
when we have to take care of that. So, okay.
and hope they don't see us coming.
Viari, could I see the maps for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. All
I
right.
don't, God of Time, do you have time stop on any of your sheets? Could we get access to time stop?
Little fucked that you referred to A's as the god of time, but I love it, character-wise.
Alistair pipes up. I'd be willing to broker a deal quickly. Give A's more access to their domain with some sacrifice of some of their other abilities. A's?
I would be interested.
Here's the deal. Whatever slot that you have currently, simply combine a slot. Simply, you can make the higher level slot, but that is going to be a permanent higher level slot for a little bit. Simply combine slots of equal number, so that the total number equals 9, and you'll get access to it. But those slots are permanent in your sheet.
Okay.
So I permanently lose whatever slots I combine,
Essentially,
and I gain 1/9.
if you combine a 5th and a 4th, those ones are permanently gone and turned into a 9th. We can obviously undo this agreement at any time. But
Question.
Okay.
Can I just ask a question about this just real quick?
Mhm.
When you say permanently, even after a long rest, it means Ace has a permanent 9th level slot and not the 4th and the 5th.
Yes.
Okay.
Your choice, Ace.
I accept.
The sheet appears in front of you.
Technically, you can't deny it.
Well,
because it's a contract.
hold on. Let me make the charisma save.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Yeah, remember?
That is a 15, so I do just immediately sign it anyway.
All right. Great, Ace. Awesome.
You may now pick as many slots as you would like to combine into your 9th.
I mean, you have a permanent 9th level slot after this, which isn't bad, you know?
This 9th
What
level
spells can they use?
The 9th level spell that you picked was Time Stop.
Okay.
Yeah. 3, 6.
12, 15, 18, 21,
Damn,
24,
she's
25,
fine.
30.
So time stop
33, 34,
specifies
39.
that the spells that you cast can't affect another person or objects that they're wearing. Replacing, just to clarify, replacing the glyphs isn't going to be that, right? Like it's not in a weird way affecting someone else.
Let me read Time Stop and let me make a judgment call real quick.
Okay.
Probably should have done this first, but you know, we live and learn. And by done this first, I mean myself. Done this first.
Yeah.
No time passes for other creatures while you take 1d4 turns in a row, during which you use actions and move as normal. The spell ends if one of the actions you use during this period or any effects that you create during this period affect a creature other than you or an object being worn or carried by someone other than you. I'm going to say that in this case, it is only if you directly do an action that is like shaking somebody, punching somebody,
Right.
or like
I'm with that.
Because even if that wasn't the case, when we take down the anti-magic field, even if the spell ends when we put up the next one, everybody's just going to experience
it instantly.
like they're not going to experience anything. They'll
Yeah.
experience there's an anti-magic field and then there's an anti-magic field and they won't notice the difference.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
So
Oh.
in this
We'll
case,
see.
I will allow this. This will work as part of the plan.
Do any of us have the capabilities to put up an anti-magic field of that capacity?
Not with this
I don't at
shape.
the moment, no.
Let me see if I do, because I have not checked. So give me
You
a moment.
might.
Anti-magic field is an 8th level spell.
I do not have 8 level spells. Never mind.
Oh, like I can wish cast it,
Okay, are you
can
but
willing to do that?
that's
That
gonna mess up any simulacrum army situation on that day. So
I don't
So
think
we
we
just
need
have to wait
anything
a day.
crazy for that day. I think we're okay, personally.
As long as you take a day to prepare first, it could be fine.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we were talking about taking 4 to 5 days, so I think we're okay.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, a simulacrum with take the last simulacrum with the wish slot every single day.
It also makes sense to wait since they're already on high alert after Jeremiah's attack.
Yeah,
but they
'cause-
are also wounded. I agree. It makes sense to wait. They are
Yeah,
just
it's a bit of a catch-22 in that situation.
covering.
Okay. Okay, I think that's good.
So the plan is as follows. in order to, so in order to actually have an effective full-scale assault on the ministries at some point in the future, you are doing Operation Destroy the Anti-Magic Glyphs and replace them with your own. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. To do this,
Operation Wolf in Sheep's Clothing.
yeah, you guys are gonna
Or Sheep and
sneak
Wolf
in.
Clothing.
You guys are first going to sneak in inside of a necklace being worn by Feda, who is shape-changed into Fenrir.
Yes.
You are then going to, at some point, get away from the guards and start navigating this place through the portals and the walls to get to the deep inside the Ministry of Manufacturing to get to the anti-magic glyphs. At
Yeah,
which point,
using the map and theoretically a badge that we have lifted, or
Once-
somebody under our control.
Yeah. Once you are there, once you are at the glyphs, you will have A's cast Time Stop, and this will allow A's to replace the glyphs. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have some godly fuckery to allow this because I don't know how that, because A's would not have access to anti-magic, but I'm going to allow A's in this specific case because they are the god of the passage of time. They may allow one other person to pass time as they perceive it at that same time, but only one other person. So, but that is the plan. And then you guys are gonna get out, and no one the wiser.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, you can cast anti-magic, right?
Yep. I can send in the last simulacrum of the day with you.
You're not gonna go yourself?
Well, aren't I going to be in the necklace?
Yeah,
We're all
pop-
going in the necklace, and then
Yeah,
we're
you
getting
pop
moved
out.
out.
Well,
However,
it's just
wait, actually, if you do bring in another simulacrum with us, could you not use the contingencies on that simulacrum, and then if anything were to go wrong, if Eleanor were to show up, that simulacrum and I can peace.
I mean, how is Eleanor gonna get in there? Not gonna lie, isn't she also affected by the anti-magic?
Yeah, but I'm also... I don't know, Charlie. I don't know.
I don't know. The simulacrum thing is just a resource management thing, isn't it? Right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, can't I just? Because then I will still have my wish, and it's a lot harder to get rid of me than it is a simulacrum.
True. Okay.
Well, I think in that case, so you're all going in the necklace, you pops out. At some point, once you got your badge, you guys make your way to the center and you do the anti-magic stuffs.
And at the same time, as we turn off the anti-magic field, we send the simulacrum versions of us in the... No, wait. Do we need to go in the front at all now? No, we don't. No.
No.
No, because if we get out, then we
We just
won't need our
sneak in,
simulacrum.
sneak
set.
out.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
in order to get into the center, we need a badge.
Yes.
So maybe our first priority should be taking out a government official with high enough clearance to replace.
I think that works.
Yeah. We just gotta find someone to take out then.
Yeah.
Fenrir, did you have a badge?
No. It's a contractor.
Would you?
Do you know
be-
anyone who has a badge?
If I tell you, will it shorten my sentence?
Maybe.
I've got a contact.
Who?
He's the vice president of the Ministry of Manufacturing.
Where does he live?
In the Ministry of Manufacturing.
All right. How do we contact him?
I usually
Once
would
we're-
just show up and then they'd send him down.
Oh,
Right.
well, that's
okay.
perfect for our plan. We go
Do you know
tomorrow.
anything about his levels?
I don't know, I didn't really stick around much. They're all scary, terrifying automatons.
Automatons?
They just talk and walk weird.
Oh, okay. You meant like metaphorically, right? Metaphorically.
It's a metaphor, yes, it's a metaphor.
Okay, good.
I like it. I think it'll work. Also, I'm practicing my Fenrir voice. How does this sound?
That's great.
Closer.
You sound nothing like me.
Shut the fuck up.
You sound nothing like me.
That was good.
And with that, we're going to end today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching episode 34 of Paperwork Pantheon. We haven't had combat in a little bit, and I'm itching for a
know.
good fight, man. It's been a while.
I really thought we were opening this one with the combat.
I also
Me
thought we were gonna
too.
do
I
that.
forgot about that, and I think narratively this worked better, so I decided to
I
keep
like
going
that, yeah.
with this.
Godfrey busts out from under the ground, wearing overalls and a pickaxe and a headlamp.
Wearing a pickaxe. He's in the pickaxe.
Maybe next episode there'll be combat. Maybe next episode they'll infiltrate and everything will go to hell. We'll see. Hopefully it won't. But that is the magic of Dungeons and Dragons. Not even I know what's gonna happen. But thank you all so much for watching this episode of Paperwork Pantheon. I have been your host, your Dungeon Master, Offbeat Outlaw. If you like the stream, please remember to go support on Patreon. It is the best way to keep this thing running. Amelia.
Hi, I'm still Amelia Som. You can find me most places at Amelia Som, or for the time being to beacons.ai/Amelia Som. I was here the whole time.
Yes, you were.
God damn it.
Nina?
Brooke. Yep.
Hello, my name is Brooklyn Tuesday, and you can find me at Brooklyn Tuesday mostly on Instagram and TikTok. Honestly, mostly here. I have been Viari, the god of exasperation. That's it.
Pat.
Hi, everybody. I'm Patrick Keefe. You can find me everywhere on the internet at That Gray Gentleman. You can also find me over at The Writer's Room, a Seventh Sea podcast on all of your favorite podcast listening platforms. We have just yesterday released the final episode of season 1 of The Writer's Room,
Let's
and
go.
the end of the
go.
first part of the story of the good ship La Rosa Blanca. Go give it a listen. It's about an hour and a half long. There are 38 episodes in total. Each of them are about like 45 minutes to an hour, so super duper easy to digest. And we're really proud of it. Please come give us a listen and give us a review if you feel like it.
And Danny.
It's me, Danny.
Is
So
that it?
true.
Always.
Go watch the stream after this, everybody.
Go watch
but-
his Hero and Villain series. It's very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Those are the only series that my friends like.
That's not true.
I have a
True.
special place in my heart for your ASMR boyfriend videos. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Very
I'm so
much.
Oh, I
glad.
do not.
I-
don't
those are
care.
made for you,
I'm
Alfie. Those are
not
made
even
just
aware
for you,
of
baby
those.
boy.
Just for me, thank you.
I
Thank
didn't
you.
know those
love-
Danny v. Danny
existed.
ones are hilarious as well, but the hero versus villain
That's
ones
true.
are my favorites. Philip and Connor,
They're just little
obsessed
guys.
with.
Oh, they're great.
They are just little guys.
We love Philip and Connor.
But thank you so much for watching.